go. Right. And stop. Alright. So yes, hello and welcome everybody to Crabby D&D. I am here with Sudz.
Hello.
Harlan.
Hello.
Sam.
Hello.
Simon.
Hello.
Jamie.
Hi.
And Infernal will be here soon. Also, Sudz, I think we're getting a little bit of echo from you. Not sure why though.
Wait, no, I'll do Infernal's bit. Ooh.
Nice.
Macedonian.
Harlan
ooh.
coming in with the borderline racist accent. That's new.
Okay, how was that really an accent more than like a mild? I don't know. Like his tone is just like mildly dead to the world.
Alright.
I'm
feel like
mildly
that's
dead
it.
to the world. And
Yeah.
you're just dead.
Wow. Alright, but
Well, you're gonna join me soon, aren't you, Elsyan?
Then Sasha and Elsyan can be together forever.
Aww.
Oh
Anyway,
no,
Yeah.
I'm bringing myself back to life. I choose to just not die.
alright.
They didn't even
Um,
get married yet. Damn.
Yeah. Anyway. So, yes. I'm here with my players
Yeah,
for
if you
D&D.
died just to chicken out on our
Oh,
wedding, I will
let-
kill you.
Let the intro man do his intro.
Let the
Alright.
intro happen.
Thank to Zenosa for all the artwork that she's done preparing for all of this, including the more recent Pit Fiend tile, some of these other beautiful pieces that are here. We're doing some custom things. We'll see how they get used, as well as the new King of Bloods tile, which I will be showing off at some point soon, I'm sure. Yes.
Yeah, so I can kill it. I want to kill it. If I delete the tile, he can't put it into the game.
That's a really good theory. I should have just said, "Oh, don't make the art, babe."
Then I'll
It's fine.
Exactly.
We don't. If he hasn't got the art, we can't fight him.
You really want to play that game?
No, not really.
No.
Because this is when I just go, I'm going to use the placeholder tile, and it's just one of these slimes down here. I am NPC.
Ah,
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
Yes.
I remember those.
Yes. Anyway. So yes, thanks to Zenosa for all the artwork that's been put through. And also all the ones that you saw for the characters at the beginning of the session was done by Zenosa, so go and check that out. All of the music, sound, and everything comes from Tabletop Audio. Go and check that out. It is a free thing. I'm not sponsored. I just want to promote it because it's a great service, and every aspiring DM or player, if you want to otherwise to recommend it to your DM, it's a free service you can use. If you go onto the Patreon, you can download everything and use it to your heart's content. So yeah.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
He made it for when doing campaigns with his kids, and it's like, oh,
Yeah, it's wonderful.
it's wholesome.
It's wholesome and is a wonderful resource, so I would recommend going and checking it out. And finally, any maps that you see here are made on incarnate.com. Everything has been switched over with the exception of these arena tiles right here. You can ignore this. I'm just going to get rid of these because these are not used anymore. So other than this arena tile here, everything was made on incarnate.com. I make all of this myself, and you can go and check all that out. I do take commissions. So, without further ado, unfortunately Infernal is a little bit late, but I'm sure he's fine. Is he in the tabletop?
No,
Yes.
is he? Oh, yeah, okay, he's pucked.
Okay, so he's here, but he's not here. Okay, well, he'll show up eventually. It's fine. I have an intro to do where Elsyan might die, so it's fine. So,
I'm sorry, what?
There's a possibility.
there's a possibility. So, without further ado,
Okay.
let's begin today's session. Last session, a party of adventurers. Elsyan, Queglod, Sasha, Malcom, Bern, and Rook, after making their way to the Barren Lands and spending some time there, learning a few things, getting a few allies together, and preparing for the Prince of Blood fight, the party otherwise prepared themselves mentally for another fight that was to come. The Orc marauders coming up from the south allowed passage through the Barren Lands by the Queen's personal own, to allow them to be used as a test for the aspiring Prince Malcom. With this otherwise put in place, and 6 days passing, the party prepared and heard the sound of horns, while they were having their morning breakfast and tea. As they rushed to the Queen's chambers, they found all of the leaders had assembled themselves and were ready for the oncoming battle. Malcom picked his leaders, and they left out to the battlefield. With a glorious fight potentially before them, the shield walls formed with the lizard folk preparing for a fight, the Goliath pursuers and skirmishers ready for battle in close quarters, and the Tazuki flyers using their range to their advantage, a battle would soon begin. But it didn't. With short work from the party using some fairly high-level spells and a lot of broken magic, the Orc Marauders were made fairly simple and quick work of, with several of these large spells completely chewing through the Orc Marauders before them. The party finished the combat with little ease. Malcom went around speaking to each of the leaders before being handed the new Heart of Beasts, as he was proclaimed Prince of the Barrenlands.
We made orc jam!
With this,
We committed war crimes.
Yay!
Actually, the Geneva Convention doesn't exist here, so
they're
we're
not
actually all
technically
good.
war crimes, exactly. You're fine.
Exactly.
With the party committing not war crimes, the party proceeded to prepare for the next step of their adventure, after being informed by Bern on some particularly sensitive information regarding Ringar and their quest as Dawn Marshals. With the information he had gathered and brought to light, it was a concerning one at the very least. Learning this information, the party began to prepare themselves, knowing that they had to be discreet about this information, and they could start it seemingly whenever they want. But the cogs were still turning. There were things that they had to do and try and stop. But that was not their concern right now. With the Prince of Blood, now the King of Blood, right around the corner, and they needing to gather allies and prepare, they headed back to Adamanthia one last time, to gather some allies, gather some resources, and ultimately to rest. As the party is resting, beginning their long rest and otherwise spending some time relaxing, each member of the Dawnseekers rests in their own bed sleeping, Sasha lying next to Elsyan, as he otherwise sits awake, wrought with some uneasiness, unable to concentrate, unable to sleep. He tosses and turns and otherwise sits up eventually, unable to rest. With this uneasiness, Elsyan looked around, felt that something wasn't right. As he looked around, he saw something, a form, a shadow, something move across between the doorway and the door frame. A shadow, something. As he stood and got out of bed, walking over, he opened the door and looked out into the hallway. Nothing. He looked around before turning back around and heading back into his room, sending his familiar out into the hallway beyond as it landed on the balcony and looked around, also unable to see anything. As Elsyan was uneasy, he turned back to the door as he heard the sound of the balcony windows opening suddenly and wind rushing through the hallway. Spooked, Elsyan went over, leaning over to wake Sasha up. As he placed his hand on her to wake her, he pulled his hand back, slick and wet, as he looked at the red blood coating his hands. With both hands, he pulled Sasha over onto his side of the bed, and he sees a horrific sight before him. Sasha lying there, no eyes, mouth agape, bleeding through both sockets and from her mouth, blood coating her entire front. As Elsyan panics, taking a step back, almost in shock of all this, the door to his room swings open, and standing before him, elegantly, with her hand slightly outstretched holding the door, Shariel Aleuir, Elsyan's mother. The thick blonde hair down the back of her neck, the beautiful green eyes she stares out towards Elsyan, as she drops Elsyan's familiar, the flying cat, onto the floor in front, who crumples into dust. Her hand still outstretched. Elsyan, it's been a long time.
What did you do?
I've missed you.
What did you do? What did you do to Sasha?
She was in the way.
No, she wasn't.
She smiled.
If you wanted to talk to me, you could have just sent me a letter.
But I don't want to talk, Elsyan.
What do you want?
I want to take you home. She
That
steps into the
isn't-
room.
That isn't going to happen.
She steps into the room, her foot lightly creaking against the wood below, as she looks over at you and looks at Sasha. Shame, really. Things had to be done.
No, they didn't.
She stretches out her hand. Come on, Elsyan. We're going home.
No. No. We're not. Get that. I'm not bound to you, Mother.
She pulls her hand back. Is this really what you want?
What I want is you to walk away, let us defeat this King of Blood, and then maybe we'll talk.
I can't be
Or-
having you go away from me.
Oh, I won't be going away from you, Mother. I'll be coming right back to you when I'm ready. With friends at my back to help me kill you.
She takes another step towards you. Now within close proximity to you, with her hand outstretched towards you. Do you react?
What Elsyan's going to do is he's going to, as she gets closer, he's going to take a step back.
Okay. You are very limited in room here as you kind of
I'm
step back
aware.
against the table.
I'm aware of that. Yes. Is the door open
Behind her, yes.
behind her? Okay. Am I in arm's reach of Sasha?
You can see Sasha from here. You could probably lean over and reach to her, yeah.
Okay. Give me a second to double check a spell.
Okay, so I know that I can't say anything because what's happening is happening. But if I could say something, I would immediately go, you know, Elsyan, I don't see why this is an issue, and then laugh and then immediately die.
You know, Sasha would have made a pun about this. Elsyan says. Okay. She would have said something probably about the eyes, about not being able to see the issue here. Let's get a cannon. Okay. As Elsyan is just because we established that he's holding onto his wand, isn't he? So
Yes, he's holding onto his wand of
not that wand! Get out the gutter! You're disgusting.
You are holding onto your wand of detect enemies, yes.
Yes. What Elsyan is going to do is he's going to, as quick as he can, he's going to lean over and grab onto Sasha and cast Thunderstep.
Okay.
Yes, I do have it. I do have the spell slots, and I do have it prepared.
Okay. You lean over with your wand prepared. You grab Sasha as you cast Thunderstep.
Not today.
And as you say that, a single
There's a wall between you and I.
snap. Your spell fails as she
Oh,
casts
you bitch.
counterspell.
Yeah. Now that was depressing.
Don't just run away from me.
I'm not.
As she steps closer.
Okay.
She places her hand on your shoulder. Now, do come with me. and you feel yourself begin to sink.
No.
You look
no.
down and you watch as the floorboards warble outwards, becoming almost like liquid or putty as they wrap around you as you sink through them into darkness below.
Some help! Help!
You shout
Okay,
out.
cool.
You sink through the floor. Your vision goes dark for a moment before piercing light hits you. Your feet land and you fall backwards. You feel the blood upon your hand gone now as you scrape into mud and dirt. You look around, you see trees, birds. You see elven structures in the distance. A house. As you begin to panic, knowing full well where you are, you watch as your mother walks out from behind a tree. Welcome home, dear. As she reaches out a hand.
Stay away from me.
I didn't want to have to do this the hard way. But you've left me no
And
choice.
what way did you think this was gonna happen? Which way did you think? Do you think I would just come running back home to Mummy the moment she asked?
Maybe. I was hoping it wouldn't have to be this way, though.
I didn't think you'd be so naive.
Make an intelligence saving throw.
I don't like it when it's said to me. Ooh, that's a 15. That's not gonna cut it, I feel.
Nope, it's not.
I can't counterspell. It's too late for that, isn't it?
If you've rolled the save, yeah, it's too late. For
Yeah, it's too
counterspell.
late. Damn.
What about your Indomitable? Have you got your cloak on?
He doesn't have his cloak on.
No, I was.
No, because you guys don't sleep with your armor on or anything when you're in bed. You're still technically attuned to it if you pick it up, but you don't have it on.
That's a shame.
Okay, average rolls. 33 points of psychic damage. As you watch as she raises her hand and you feel a hammer of Inquisition strike into your mind. You feel
Yeah.
this pain shoot through you as you now have disadvantage on your next wisdom saving throw you make.
Wonderful.
As you feel the
Okay.
pain strike through your head, you squint and you feel a little bit of blood trickle out from underneath your nose.
That's how we're gonna do it, is it? Okay. As Elsyan is going to cast Mental Prison.
Okay?
Intelligence saving throw, please.
Okay.
And please let Sam pretend she doesn't have legendary resistances.
She doesn't have legendary resistances. That is,
She
however, a
just has a f-
success. As you watch as you cast Mental Prison, the image appearing this kind of cell that wraps around her of this psychic energy as the nightmare begins to seep through. And as you look, you see
She
The
takes 10 points of
image.
psychic damage.
as she steps through it, and it fades. She's unfazed by it, it seems. Entirely unfazed. No quiver, no shake, no anything.
Doesn't even seem like she's there.
You feel her presence, her mental attention there, you feel it. But she's not.
This isn't
You-
real.
You kind of look at it, you question that for that moment. As you watch as she stretches out her hands to either side, and you watch as more images of her walk out from behind the nearby trees. Making 5 in all. Her plus 4 others. What do you do?
Multiple target. Interesting. This is Elsyan to himself.
Mm-hmm.
Well. But that's a point. Mother, I heard that I've got another sibling on the way. Is that true?
Word travels fast.
And far, yes. So it is true.
It is.
Damn. And here I was wanting to just clobber you. Well, that is a shame. What I'm going to do? I'd like to cast Elsyan's Brain Frazzle
Okay.
at 7th level.
Okay. How many of them is that hitting?
I'm trying to remember.
It should hit
Bear with
one, and then it should hit the 3 more off of it, if I remember correctly.
I believe so, yes.
When it's at 6th level, so I think it will hit all of them after it hits the first one.
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what
Yeah,
kind of
additional-
damage is it?
It's psychic damage, because of course it does. Let's face it, this is a psychic fight.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Although Elsyan's
And-
definitely not winning.
And when she succeeds, the others will have advantage, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
I like how you say when she succeeds.
Well, she did, so I'm rolling for all them now. As you otherwise stretch out your hand with this magic congealing in your palm, you shoot it outwards towards her as you feel the mental energy streak across her, but you watch as it rebounds, otherwise seemingly unaffecting her, and you watch as one of the other ones snaps their fingers and counters it. The spell fails entirely.
Okay then. I see how it is. Oh, that's an idea. Elsyan is going to cast Illusory Reality to create a wall in between him and her. I believe that's the right one.
That's part of your illusory feature, isn't it?
That's an illusion feature, yes. Just double checking which one it is.
Yep, no, that's fine. Double check that.
You have learned secrets of weaving shadow magic into your illusions to give them a semi-reality. When you cast an illusion spell of... Okay, bear with me.
Rar.
Okay. Right then. Different plan. Better plan.
So that's when you cast an illusion spell, which you have just
That's...
done.
Yes. I believe it's more to make the illusion itself solid.
Ah, okay. Oh, you create an object, and then that object, or inanimate or non-magical object,
That
and
is
then it
part-
becomes physical.
okay, so-
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is... Can I make a wall in between me and her with hallucinatory terrain?
What's the casting time on hallucinatory terrain?
That's a very good question.
I believe it's a minute, 10 minutes, or an hour. I don't think it's an action. Okay. Either way, gets around to her turn.
Yeah.
At this point, you watch as one of them begins to otherwise cast a spell off to the left. You watch as the energy congeals in their hands. You don't recognize the spell.
I would like to try to counterspell.
What level?
I don't have the spell slots to do any level of it. I doubt this is going to be for any spell slots that I've got that are higher.
Okay.
Maybe it's a 7th level thing. Don't know. Don't particularly care. So just going to do it at the 3rd level because there's no benefit to
Okay.
putting it up without.
Go ahead.
14.
Plus your intelligence modifier is 19. You otherwise reach out your hand and the spell fades. Countered entirely.
That's a bit of a confidence boost.
In that instance, you watch as the central one, the one that's been there since the beginning, otherwise pulls its hand to itself. And you watch as it otherwise reaches out towards you. You watch as the energy begins to shoot down its palm. You recognize this spell very well, as it's going to cast Hammer of Inquisition on you once again. Go ahead and roll me an intelligence saving throw, please.
I don't like it. I hate it, hate it, hate it. Oh no. 20!
Just fails.
Yeah, I figured. I don't like it.
Okay.
Okay. Right. I know it's bad damage as well.
36. Okay, that one at the end there on the d10s really helped. So
Okay, so 36.
36 points of psychic damage as your head hurts. You otherwise recoil at that moment.
Ah! Just let me go.
Why would I do that, Elsyan? What would you like to do?
Why do you want me so much? You've got another tool you can use. Why do you need me?
She hasn't grown to the same strength as you. Not yet.
Yeah, well.
What spell's that?
That's called... Fuck you! As...
The others of the other remaining Shariels begin to get closer, slowly.
Yes, I too am going to cast Mirror Image. Not Mirror Image. Yes, Mirror Image is one of multiple as you have. Actually, no. I'm going to cast Blink.
Okay.
Well, I'm waiting for it.
I cast Blanc.
I'm just thinking how this is going to interact. No, she has to, yeah. Okay. Counterspell.
Yeah.
Yeah, she stretches. You watch as she stretches her hand once again, and it dispels the
spell.
effect.
Wonderful. Has anyone ever told you you're a good mother?
All of my children have at some point.
You don't understand sarcasm, do you?
And let's see, what do I do here? Okay, you watch as the one on the end is going to try and cast that otherwise unknown spell again.
Counterspell.
Go ahead and roll.
So let just make sure I'm not using counterspells that I don't have.
It's third
That's
level. You
just-
should have you should have one more third level spell slot.
I've got one more left. Yeah. Okay, let's go. No, 12.
You reach
No,
out.
sorry.
And,
Yeah.
you reach out and cast. Your counterspell fails.
Shit.
As the spell otherwise goes off, your vision goes dark. Over to the rest of you. So, while you're all resting, nice and peacefully in bed, Bern, you being your vampiric self, you're otherwise sat at your desk with a book that you've recently acquired, one regarding and pertaining to the strategies the Sanguine Sun is planning to use, the details about the various areas, the enemies you'll face. You hear from outside, the sound of walking on foot on the wood outside, but none of your friends should be awake at this time.
What time is it?
Close to midnight. You've only been asleep for maybe 2 hours, and you're otherwise doing the rest of it is planning and reading. No one should be awake at this time.
Which side is it deemed to be coming from?
Left. Given your room state, it's somewhere from this central hallway somewhere.
Which way does my door open?
It opens like this. So this
Fuck.
is the handle is, and you otherwise have to push it round to. You can do that and enter here. But
Seems very impractical. Yeah, I guess I'll just push it and take a look.
okay, roll me a perception check, please. Okay.
That's 21, I believe.
Yeah, you look out of the doorway, otherwise opening the door just enough and then peeking through the crack between the hinges. You look through and you see Elsyan standing in the hallway. On his own, staring.
There, what?
Just staring, it seems. Almost motionless. Standing up and looking.
I slowly walk around here to try and see what he's looking at.
Okay.
Is there anything?
You watch as he otherwise stands there. You hear this loud crack sound as you watch as the wood below him splinters. And you watch as this thunder wave almost shoots out from around him, the books scattering off the bookshelf, the sofa and chair being thrown against the side wall as this loud boom exhales from the area around him, but he doesn't move.
Oh, Elsyan, calm down.
Okay. As this is cast, I'd like everyone to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Including me?
Me too?
I would like everybody other than Bern and Elsyan to roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
I have one indomitable left. Bloody hell. No.
Ah,
You're
yes.
the right one.
Give me a moment. I'm just here sitting on my 25 wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Sasha, do you mind? I'm having a family problem
So,
here. And
Rook.
I'm boasting about your big brain.
Rook, total.
3, wisdom 4.
4.
Oof, my dude.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't you reroll with the Indomitable for the 19, or?
Yes. But I rolled
Is it-
this. What one did you say to tick? You said left, didn't you?
Oh, because you rolled both, you're taking the left one. Okay.
Oh, you said take left, so I've taken left.
Oh, okay. Did I say take left?
I don't know. I thought you said
I-
take left.
I
don't
thought
know.
you said take right.
I thought I said
Oh.
take right as well, but
Oh,
yeah,
I'll take
because-
the right quite happily.
yeah,
It's
because you
20.
rolled this one, it ended up on the exact same number, so nothing to worry about. So
Okay.
okay, so
I'll
total
take the 20.
fail.
Fucking hell, I can't get above
Ah.
that.
Sasha,
That's it for me.
I
Sasha,
got a 25.
you wake at the sound of that. Malcolm,
I failed. I got 17.
okay, and Queglod?
Yeah, 19, so fail.
No. Sasha, you're the only one who awakes with the sound of this loud boom. You otherwise stir in your sleep. You're otherwise just wearing your pajamas. You otherwise sit up. You see Elsyan isn't around you. You see your door partially ajar.
I go out, I'm like, what the fuck was that noise?
Go outside your door. You otherwise shout that as Bern. You watch as Elsyan turns. Make me an intelligence saving throw, please, as he's casting mental prison on you. You do not get to counterspell. You do not expect him to do this.
I want to know that I don't have the spell slots for this.
No, but I've made a record of all the spells you cast.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I don't have the spell slots for this. No, oh god.
No. All the time.
No!
Yeah.
No! No! Don't do this!
Was that a fail, Bern?
He said I can't counterspell, so yeah.
No. Okay. Elsyan, go ahead and roll damage for mental prison for me, please, as you otherwise hit Bern with mental prison.
Oh, Bern, I'm sorry, Bern.
That's good damage as well.
Technically, doesn't the damage
25.
not hit until he moves?
25 point of psychic damage.
He takes damage, and then if he's pushed out, he's now restrained, and if he's pushed out of that area for any reason, he takes another 10d10 psychic damage.
Yeah.
There is no additional save, it just lasts until the,
Or if you
Spell
reach
ends.
out of it, like to do something like cast a spell, then it will do the exact same thing. I
yeah,
believe.
it doesn't specify, but if you leave the area for any reason, it says. Given that it's a 5-foot area, but you can't really see out of it anyway.
Yeah, that's fair. So you wouldn't really be able to see anything because you can't. Okay, yeah. So you'd otherwise be stuck inside of it. So Bern, at this moment, you watch as Elsyan turns, and as he turns, you see his eyes are completely black. You see small trickles of blood running down the surface of his cheeks as he reaches out
Did
his
I
hand.
see Elsyan, or no, it was Sasha?
You
come out of her room?
you heard Sasha otherwise throw the door open and say, "What's going on out here?" And as you kind of look away, you look back and you see that Elsyan's spell has finished, as you watch as the area around you goes dark, with eyes and teeth reaching out towards you as you are otherwise stuck in a mental prison, taking 25 points of psychic damage. Your long rest has been disturbed. You take a point of exhaustion as a result. Because of your vampiric thing.
Yeah!
At this moment, I would like initiative to be rolled for Bern, Sasha, and Elsyan.
Okay. Never
don't finish my
before
rest
have I
after.
needed a high roll so bad.
Well, Elvian goes first.
22?
What did you say, Bern?
Can't I just finish my
Nice.
rest?
No, you finish your long rest, but you suffer the point of exhaustion because you finish it early.
Wait.
Yeah, so you finish the long rest because of your vampiric form. You can take the 2 hours as your long rest, but because the 8 hours was interrupted, you take a point of exhaustion. Make sense? Because it's something we discussed last week when it was mentioned.
Yeah, but it says if you don't complete the rest, you suffer a point of exhaustion, not
Yeah,
instant.
which you haven't because it's been interrupted by taking damage. Yeah, so at this point you can't complete the rest because you've taken damage you otherwise have suffered. So you take the rest, you get the benefit of the long rest, but you now take the point of exhaustion because it's interrupted.
Okay.
Yeah. Sasha, what was your initiative?
9.
9, okay. And Bern?
What are you asking?
Initiative.
Oh. 8.
8. Okay.
Oh, whoops, I did not
You
do
watch as Elsyan completes the spell, Sasha. You watch as Bern is otherwise stuck there, almost restrained by this mental magic, and you watch as Elsyan's hand is outstretched as he's done so. You feel a strange illness from him. Elsyan doesn't move on his next turn. He stands there. Sasha, it's your turn.
Okay. So I'm not so good at the whole, some mind fuckery's going on, but I know something fucky's going on.
Yeah. From this angle, you can't see his face, but you do see a trickle of blood running down the side of his face.
Just remember, Elsyan hasn't said anything sarky or overly defensive since you
Oh
came
god,
out here.
he's dying. Right. Okay. What would it take for me to do like a medicine check to work out what I need to do to fix this?
Are you doing it from a distance, or are you getting close?
I'm getting closer.
Okay. You otherwise move up. 5, 10,
Yep.
15, 20, 25. You otherwise run up to him. He is going to use his held action, and he is going to back off. As he backs off, you look at his face. You can see the 2 large streams of blood running down from his eyes, and his eyes are completely black. Something is not right.
Would you say this counts as a curse or a charm, Chris?
Make me an Arcana check.
Okay, but don't.
You don't know.
Or a medicine check, perhaps?
You can medicine to see what might be causing the bleeding, but in the nature of this, if it's magic, it'll be Arcana.
Oh, bollocks. Alright, let's roll an Arcana check. It needs to be a 20 or it's nothing. Oh, fuck. Ah, it's a 14. That's not terrible.
You look at Elsyan. You've never seen a spell do this before. If it's a curse, there'd be markings on him somewhere. If it's a charm, Elsyan should be resistant or immune to it, given his Fey ancestry. It's difficult to say what might be causing it. It's a source that you're otherwise unsure about.
Alright. Okay, so, first things first, I want him to not die.
Just don't die.
Yeah, just don't die, Elsyan, fuck.
Just don't get possessed by your evil mother.
Wait. Okay. Here's a question. Here is an interesting question.
Uh-oh.
Do I know how psionics interact with anti-magic?
No. Nothing you've never had the ability to experiment with.
Just imagine if I was like, I just cast anti-magic sphere. All right, you're good. You know, for like 10 minutes whilst like, oh wait, no, it's up for an hour. Nice. Okay, first things first.
Get on with it.
Okay.
Just as a general note, looking at Elsyan and making the discerning nature that it's not a charm, and it might be a curse, would have taken your action to otherwise inspect, given you've otherwise moved up and he moved out of range. So keep that in mind if they were going to do any bonus action stuff.
Yeah. I mean, well, you've taken my action. You know. So, not really much I can do. There's a part of me that really wants to summon a spiritual weapon just to bonk you over the head if I need to.
Please do. Please do.
Yeah,
Unconsciousness might be preferable.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to summon a spiritual weapon using my bonus action.
Okay.
Because I can do that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to bonk him over the head and just be like, snap the fuck out of it.
Go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Let me just get this over here.
Elsyan, what's your AC?
Not high.
It's like a plus
15. And that's with
my
armor on.
I easily beat that. No, it's
So
plus
he
10.
takes how much damage?
6 points of damage.
Okay. Elsyan, you take 6 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Does he wake up at all?
Doesn't look like it, no. As the hammer swings in, otherwise going for a light bonk on the head, given the minimum damage, it strikes against his cranium, and you watch as his head jerks forward before it snaps back up into place. The eyes continue to bleed.
Yeah. Mental prisoner's concentration, if that matters.
Yep, go ahead and roll me a concentration check then, please.
Fail.
Fuck, Elsyan, why now?
Why now of all times?
As he maintains concentration on the spell, the mental prison remains. In that moment, Bern, it's your turn. You currently can't see anything around you. You're stuck in place, restrained, unable to move, and your body begins to quiver as you see the eyes and the teeth around you moving and shifting in almost this oily fashion.
Have I seen him cast the spell before?
You have, but every
Yes.
time he does, the only experience that you see is a light shimmer wrapped around somebody's head and eyes. You've never seen it from the inside, so you don't entirely know what this might be. Elsyan cast it, so you can make a leap of judgment, but outside of that, it's
Hasn't
not
like
sure.
ever talked about what it does, or like.
He's mentioned it before, and he has cast it before, so you would recognize some of it, but
Yeah. No, would I know if I tried to like leave? It would like fuck with me.
you are restrained, so I believe that means your movement speed is 0.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I know grapple does that, but I also know that grapple and restrain are very close.
They're
Yeah.
very close because they have
Speed, the creature's speed becomes 0. It cannot benefit from any bonuses to its speed. Attack rolls made against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws also. So in this instance, you're otherwise wrapped up in this vision. Looking around, you see kind of the oily teeth and claws wrapping around, but you can. Does it say that it's an opaque wall around, Elsyan, or is that just how we flavoured it?
Being surrounded by fire-floating razors or hideous maws filled with dripping teeth.
Yeah, it's surrounded by fire, floating razors, or hideous moths. So maybe they can actually see through it? Oh no, the target can't see or hear anything beyond it, and is restrained for the spell's duration.
Okay, so yeah, in this instance, you're otherwise stuck. You look around, you see the oily teeth and eyes. What do you do? Oh, and it does say if you make a melee attack through it or reach any part of your body
Yeah, or
through it.
reach through. That's why I got confused. Like, would I
Yeah,
know
so
that?
you can reach through it and trigger it, yeah.
Would I know that?
You know that it's possible. You can
Okay.
try, you can still move your arms.
Oh, would I know that that's not a good idea because it would trigger it?
I will say... Make an investigation check for this. This will use your actions. This will not prevent you from using your movement to use the arm stretching through to trigger it. But this will allow you to help understand whether this is an illusion or if this is real.
Okay.
I believe this has to beat your spell save DC, Elsyan?
For what?
This is just an investigation check versus your illusion.
Versus my illusion. There's no particular rules for it.
No, I'm just treating it the same as Illusory Dragon, so what's the spell save DC?
Oh, that is. It's
There's no way I can.
it'll be 20.
Yeah.
Because that's what my spell save DC is.
You still have your
no,
lucky
I
to
don't have-
remember.
I don't have my I
Ring
don't have
on.
the ring on, so it's 18.
Does that change anything?
Changes if I want to use lucky or not, but I don't think I will.
Okay.
So it's just like teeth and blackness around.
Teeth, eyes, and an oily blackness, yes. As you otherwise look at it and you begin to inspect it, is this real or not, you feel a portion of it as it begins to lick against the side of you. It feels
I can
real.
punch it in the eye.
Go ahead and make me an attack roll. Yeah. And because
I
of your...
have heard better ideas.
Fuck.
Well, Elsyan, because of your physical nature of these illusions, that would actually happen. So you watch as...
To them, yeah.
Yeah. So, Bern, you otherwise punch out towards the eye, and your arm straight sinks into the eye as you watch as teeth begin to sprout from it, and they begin to dig down onto you. Go ahead and roll me the 10d10 psychic damage against Bern, please.
Get your revenge while you can. Do it.
I'm on the damage, yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
It's your spell.
Not this one.
Also, not the top left one.
Not
Yeah,
this
we'll
because
remember
otherwise it'll be 11. Yeah, so just move
Thank
that one out of the way.
I like how Infernal's very quick. Nope, not that one.
61 points of psychic damage. As you reach through, the teeth dig into you and you feel this energy shoot through into your head and your mind. You grab your head as you watch as blood begins to pour from your nose. Are you bloodied?
No.
No? Okay.
Thank good.
Not even close.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. That would bloody Elsyan. I'm a squishy boy.
I had 44 temporary hit points, Chris, remember?
Oh yes, that's true.
That's why I'm not bloody.
No, that's fine. I'm asking for the sake of Blood and Vira,
Don't worry.
because they become vulnerable if that happens.
Oh, yeah. 61 minus 19.
Okay. You otherwise feel the psychic energy shoot through your head as you otherwise grab it, and you move out a shout of pain. I would like Malcom, Queglod, and Rook to all make wisdom saving throws for me, please.
Is the spell over now, or is
No, I didn't.
Mental prisoners, yes.
No.
And Queglod?
Fucking.
The three of you
no.
still remain asleep, otherwise unaffected by this.
Out of interest, what's happening with Felipe and all this?
That's right, because Felipe doesn't sleep.
Now,
The
out of
slime
I will
curiosity,
say roll
does
with
that
advantage
work-
at this point, because Felipe
Does
would be
that-
trying to wake you.
I just got a question. Does that work with feathering as well? Because he's also familiar.
No, specifically for Felipe has the rule set that he can remain awake all the time. Featherwing can't unless otherwise instructed to do so.
I think
I
the
was just
slime
wondering.
inside me needs to wake me up, honestly.
What, the skull gets up and just bashes you.
Well, it's inside me, so it can punch my stomach or something.
So, you're with advantage
Yeah.
there, Queglod?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still not going to do it.
Felipe's currently hopping on your head trying to wake you up,
Mm.
failing to do
Yeah,
so.
under normal circumstances, he can wake me up automatically, but I'm assuming these
Yeah.
are not normal circumstances.
These are not normal circumstances, no. Okay. Burn that the end of your turn?
I mean, unless the spell ended, yeah.
The spell ended, so you have a bonus action and a movement you can do. Because you use your action to
Wait,
inspect
Elsyan
it.
still the same?
Hmm?
Is it still the same thing that I saw? Elsyan
Elsyan
bleeding?
standing there, and you see Sasha otherwise looking at Elsyan in almost shock. As Elsyan continues to bleed from the eyes.
I don't think that's Elsyan.
As in, like, you mean, like, I'm pretty sure that's his body. I know every inch of that thing.
Try and restrain him, and I will use a heartbeat on my head.
Get the handcuffs, Sasha.
Okay, you place your hand on your chest and you
God,
cast
it's not even tie up Tuesday.
Okay.
How can we ruin even this?
Back to the top of the round. Elsyan begins to cast a spell. As you watch as he otherwise reaches out his hand and begins to cast Elsyan's Brain Frazzle, a spell you've never seen before.
I have my reaction, I believe.
You do.
I wish to counterspell that.
At what
No,
level?
I've never seen this spell.
You've never seen this spell before, so what level?
5th.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a d20 and add your charisma modifier.
Pretty high level spell. That is +6, so 20.
Plus 6, 20 total. You watch as Elsyan, as you otherwise, in your vision, you shoot out the brain frazzle at your mother, and otherwise streaks off. Bern counterspells. As it was just about to hit Sasha, it shoots off and splinters, countering and dissipating before it does so.
Thanks, Bern!
At this moment, Elsyan is going to move over to this back portion of the wall. Okay.
Wake up,
Right.
Rook. Restrain him.
Before then, Sasha, roll me an intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You know I'm not good at these, Chris.
I know, that's why I'm using this on you.
Okay, that's yeah, it's a 19.
Fortunately, that fails. As you watch as this dark energy reaches up from behind Elsyan, and you watch the hand stretches out as Hammer of Inquisition is cast on you.
Oh, fuck off!
Oh, great.
Oh no.
Right, what level of bullshit is
You
this?
take 41 points of psychic damage, and you have
Ouch.
disadvantage on your next Wisdom saving throw, and you are knocked prone.
Oh boy.
Bern, you watch as Elsyan stretches out his hand to cast this Brain Frazzle spell. You watch as you dissipate it easily. You watch as Elsyan backs up, and you watch as this almost dark figure reaches out before Sasha goes down onto one knee, clutching her head as you watch as blood begins to pour from the edges of her eyes, nose, and mouth.
It's another figure behind them that did that.
Something like that, yes.
You know that's cheating, right? It's one action per... For fuck's sake! Follow the damn rules!
She is.
No, she isn't. This is bullshit.
She has her own
She rolled for
initiative.
Sasha, it is your turn. You're currently prone on the ground. You have disadvantage on your next Wisdom saving throw.
Alright, half my movement to get up.
Okay,
I move like
10 feet.
an inch forward. Yeah.
Okay.
And... Bern, you're smart. What... Do I heal him? What do I do here?
Do I know she has anti-magic spear?
She's never used it before.
We have spoken about it quite a bit.
You have spoken about it, but otherwise you haven't.
Yeah, I have mentioned that I have anti-magic sphere. We talked about that when we were planning for the blood fucker.
Yeah, so it's possible.
So
Just... Do you have the anti-magic thing?
yes.
I'll give it that, probably. I don't know.
I cast an 8th level anti-magic field.
Okay. As per how it went, Elsyan used his counterspell. He rolled a 20. Anti-magic sphere fails.
You are sick.
It's as if, Elsyan, I know my party too well.
Oh god. Oh.
Not only do we have to worry about his counter spells, we gotta worry about hers
How
too.
does he have the spell slot for that?
Because Elsyan's already cast all these spells.
These are all spells
Yeah.
that I've already cast.
Yeah, they're the spells that he cast
You
in the
guys are
encounter.
doing this
I guess at the same time as the thing.
This is at the same
This is
time.
only parallel.
You guys are the 5 Shariels. That's why only 2 of them have done something so far.
See, Chris, that's
Um,
excellent reasoning for
For complete bullshit.
some complete bullshit, and I appreciate it to no end.
Yeah, I also have all of the exact rolls you got as well, so I know if it will work or not.
Oh, you're a bad, bad, bad man.
Mm-hmm. Okay. At which point,
Alright,
your spell fails, Sasha.
alright. I use my
Sounds
bonus action to, I don't know, kick him in the dick or something.
You're
what do
not
I
within
do here?
range. He's
I
50
know I'm
feet
not
away
within
from-
range. Chris, I am clearly
He has
just...
a
You have your
weapon,
spiritual weapon up.
I do have my spiritual weapon. You said I saw like a spirity hand thingy.
Yes.
Can my spiritual weapon go over there and smack the hand?
Okay. The spiritual weapon goes over. Passes
It
through
is
where
force
it was.
damage.
True, but it passes through where it was.
Look, whoever you are, whatever the fuck you are, go away. I am trying to sleep. Elsyan probably did do something to annoy you, or whatever, but I don't give a shit. Stop this, go away, move on with your life. This is just sad.
Bern.
She will not listen to a dwarf.
My turn.
That's fundamental
This is your turn.
in her character.
Yep.
I'm so tempted to just fucking incinerate him.
Ethereal incineration.
If you kill him, I can bring him back.
Oh god.
Ethereal
Guys,
incineration,
can we
he
not-
explodes. By the way.
Yeah.
Can we not have Elsyan die for a third time?
There's
Oh,
also
I can
that,
use
that would
the
also,
other one.
that would also cause a lot of
Disintegrate.
structural damage.
It's
See,
fine.
let's look at my spells real quick. Disintegrate, ethereal incineration.
I swear to God, if I get disintegrated again, I'm quitting the I'm out. I'm done. I'm over. I can have my Sunday evenings
Ooh.
free. Ah.
Behemoth spear.
If the building collapses, there's a chance Rook might actually wake up.
Any of us might wake up.
How
here's
is
the
the
thing.
behemoth spear?
Okay,
Rook
here's the
in
thing.
this
With all this
area.
happening, why the hell did Rook at one point complain about Sasha's snoring?
I'd say, with given the space, Behemoth Spear probably wouldn't fit. You can try. You'll do some structural damage, but you could certainly do so to hit Elsyan.
Nah.
Just Misha swarm me. Let's go big.
He doesn't have
I know
it
you
yet.
can't. I
not?
know you can't. Because it's a night level spell.
Oh, right, no, yeah. Fair. Oh, I need
What are
to
you
roll
doing,
a
Ben?
crit to wake up from this.
I will.
I know, right?
Yeah. Probably.
Roll a 6 and a...
I'll, where is it? My sword is not here, damn. Where's my sword, Chris?
You could summon it. So because of your ethereal stuff, you just summon it to your side.
Yeah. I meant I can't, like, take it and send it here.
Oh.
I will attack the dark.
Oh, right, yeah, because it's down here, because... Okay, so you're attacking him with Darksbane?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doing spew damage.
Subdue
Just in
damage.
case.
Go ahead and make me 2 attack rolls, please.
Oh,
What's
wow.
it to hit?
Wow.
You can lucky, remember, but
It's a plus 14 to hit.
that still hits. Doesn't roll natural ones, rolls 2 natural 2s, still hits. You are currently not wearing the... Oh no, you have to wear the gauntlets, because otherwise...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
so
take
yeah.
them off.
Yeah, you can't take them off. Okay.
33 plus 18.
33 plus 18. That is 51 points of damage. Elsyan?
Mm-hmm.
You You take 51 points of damage.
I am unconscious.
Okay.
That is subdue. Yeah,
That is subdue. As you otherwise swing forward with the magic, it otherwise strikes against his form. At this point, he hasn't taken the second round of Hammer of Inquisition.
Okay, so I think
So
I'm actually
you
still
would
up.
still be up, yes. As you otherwise stand there, you watch as he staggers. He is very badly injured as the Darksbane otherwise strikes against him, 2 large cuts against his form before it spins back round to you. End of your turn. Elsyan goes and attempts to cast Blink.
Do you want me to roll the d20? Oh, right.
Blink is 3rd level spell?
So,
Blink, it seems like it, yeah. From what you remember, it's a 3rd level spell. You also know that if he succeeds, he's gone and you can't affect him for a round.
Yeah, that's a counter.
Okay. You watch as Bern counter spells. As the Blink fails, much like it did in your...
God damn it. You're a manipulative son of a bitch, Chris.
Okay. End of your turn. Given that you have nothing else to do in this scenario, I'd like everyone to make me a wisdom saving throw, please. Queglod?
Include me again?
No. This is just
Sleepy.
this is just Malcom and
I'm awake!
Rook. Queglod, you take 1 point of damage as Felipe pecks the side of your head and you wake up.
Okay.
You shoot up in bed as you hear the commotion outside. You hear kind of grunts of pain, and you hear the sound of Darksbane as it whooshes past your door. As Malcom, you shoot as you wake up. You hear the sound of noise coming from your down the corridor, fighting of some form.
I'm up. What's going on?
So, I'd like you to
Alright.
throw me initiative, please, to join the initiative order.
Okay.
Are you sure I just can't keep the nat 20?
No. So, Queglod and Malcom.
14.
13.
Okay, makes things nice and easy. Queglod, it is your turn.
Okay.
You hear commotion from outside.
All right then. I will leave and investigate, I suppose.
Okay. Heading out of your doorway, you see Bern otherwise standing there. You see he's got blood kind of pouring from portions of his face. You see Darksbane to his side. You see Sasha otherwise bleeding relatively heavily, and you see Elsyan even more so over the opposite side of the
You
room.
say bleeding heavily. This is not a scratch on me, Chris.
That's fine, but you're bleeding heavily because it's psychic damage. And you see Elsyan worse so in the corner. You see blood pouring from his eyes completely black. And with your 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30... Nope, you're not within range. You look at Elsyan, you just see his form there. Otherwise standing with his back to the wall.
Okay. With no sign of an assailant, I will begin by... I'm going to activate Detect Magic. What's going on?
Okay. As you activate Detect Magic, what's the range on that?
Just double checking.
It's like 30 feet or 50.
Either 30 or 60.
Yeah, which matters unfortunately because you're 35 feet away from
Yeah.
Elsyan.
30.
Okay. You look around, you can't seem to see anything. You see magic around you, but you don't see anything else.
Elsyan's possessed or something. I don't know.
So you've cast your action to cast Detect Magic. You can't seem to see anything which stands out in particular. How fast your movement?
Mine.
Yeah.
35. Yeah.
Yeah,
35.
so you'd have made it to the door just because you had to get up from your bed.
Okay.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Well, I've called out, but I assume...
Yeah.
That
You,
will-
you
it's
call
another
out
layer.
what's going on. At which point, Malcom, your turn. You get up from prone, I assume.
Yeah, I'm getting up. I'm gonna go check out what's going on.
Okay. You drowsily head to your door, pushing it open. You can hear the commotion as Queglod shouts what's going on down the corridor. You can dash as an action if you want to get closer, or you can try something but you don't know what's going on.
I have no clue what's going on. Malcolm's just gonna go. I mean, he hears fighting, so I'm guessing he's would try and dash his way out there.
Okay. So you run up behind Bern, who otherwise stopped in the way. You see Darksbane to his side, Queglod activating Detect Magic and looking around, and you can't quite see past, but you see Sasha just out of the peripheral vision from around the corner.
Bern, what's going on?
Okay. End of your turn. Ooh, you're all in a wonderful section there, I believe.
No. No,
yeah.
we're not.
Yeah, they are.
They can't
No.
see me.
No, but they can see the rest of the party.
Well, not me
Oh,
either. My door's
no.
even shut. I'm fine.
No. Oh, this is gonna end. No. I'm unconscious, aren't I?
Not yet. You're unconscious after this action. Or after this round of combat.
Yeah, I can't even remember what I did. I think I just threw insults out.
You threw a counterspell which failed after this, so...
Yay. What's...
Okay.
Lol, what?
Creatures you can see within range. Malcolm, you do not have to do this. I would like
Yay.
Sasha, Queglod, and Bern to all make intelligence saving throws, please. As a heavy spell is being cast, you watch as the energy begins to emanate from him, this heavy enchantment magic, as it begins to shoot towards you.
Okay, like, you
my
know there's no
reaction.
point in me rolling, right?
If you roll a natural 20, you can succeed.
Yeah,
Got this.
and that's not gonna happen. So, yeah, fuck it.
Not with that
You
attitude, it
should've.
isn't.
You could've.
You could go back to bed.
It's not
It's
like it matters.
Okay, first
You
thing,
can't kill me.
first things first. Sasha,
It
You-
might.
you fail, I assume. Malcolm,
No, you
no,
literally
Malcolm,
can't.
you didn't need
Yeah.
to make it. Queglod,
16, which I assume fails.
that's a fail, and Bern,
19. It's also
19, that's also a fail. You hear as this energy begins to shriek out in this space, as your ears begin to bleed, you clutch your head, and you otherwise feel the back of it begin to have this piercing pain as it shoots down the back of your neck, as each of you takes... This is the moment
It's
where I
like-
say I need more d6s. Hold on.
What did you cast?
Look, at most this is
Chris?
going to do... Oh, it's Psychic Scream. He's cast Psychic Scream.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
However,
Oh,
you'll all be stunned for a minute.
Yeah. Which you can't cast, so it's 9th level, which means it has to have been cast by her.
Of course it was cast by her.
I know, but you know what I mean. Like, it's not something that he has the capability to.
I mean, I would have succeeded if it was cast by him.
Which means she can't do shit after this.
Well. Yeah.
Sam,
Yeah.
for this round of combat, this is her action. As Chris has said, he rolled initiative rather than pulling some bullshit.
You will take
Say-
50 points of psychic damage.
Now,
Yeah, that's
you're,
nothing.
you're assuming Chris is playing by the rules.
Hey,
Okay.
look, he
As the-
loves going on about him so much he has to.
As the energy shoots through the area around you, you feel the piercing pain in your head as you otherwise buckle down, and you feel this intense pressure wash over you as each of you are stunned for 1 minute. Okay.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Rook, given the nature of this action being very loud, I would like you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm never making this. There's no chance.
A natural 20.
Yeah, I'm never gonna get a natural 20. Yeah, no.
So
Almost.
you need to
Almost.
believe.
I
You need to believe.
19 is the highest I'm rolling. That is that, and it's the end.
Believe in the heart of the cards. Okay. Sasha, you are stunned. Make me an intelligence saving throw at the end of your turn to become unstunned. Bern, you will do the same, so you might as well roll now as well.
Oof.
Nope.
Ah, he saw it for a second and I was like, oh.
I still have all 3 luckies.
You do, yep.
Just keep rolling, I guess.
Just keep
I'm gonna say
rolling.
Okay. Despite your best efforts, the two of you are stuck in place in that moment. You watch at that moment at the beginning of Elsyan's turn as he otherwise looks around the room. You watch as he crumples to his knees and claps his face onto the deck. Elsyan, you're at 0 hit points.
Yup.
Queglod, make me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh. Interesting.
Okay, you remain stunned.
Yeah.
Malcom, you've heard this very strange screaming sound, and you watch as 3 of your companions, just stunned, stand there holding their head. Bern's currently standing in your way, but you know something's going on.
Alright, Malcolm's going around the corner.
Okay, you move past 5, 10, I'll say 15, 20 as well, given the nature of Bern being in your way.
I'm looking around. What do I see?
You
Anything?
see Elsyan on the ground in a small pool of his own blood. You see no attacker.
And by the looks of it, it doesn't. By the looks of it, it doesn't look like Elsyan actually got hit by whatever they got hit by, right?
If he did, he's on the ground and unconscious and bleeding out.
Huh. Okay.
So you have 10 feet of movement left.
Malcolm is going to try and assist. Malcolm has no idea what's going on. He can't see anybody, so he's gonna help Quiggles
Okay.
get unstunned.
Okay. Perform the help action. So Queglod, you'll have advantage on your next saving throw against the stunned condition. Okay.
Okay.
Possessed.
Moment. That passes. Okay, so Sasha and Bern, please make me another intelligence saving throw to break free of the stun.
It's still my turn, technically, correct?
This is true.
So I'm going to say, Elsyan, zest, something, and then I'd end my turn, because you can speak, admittedly falteringly, whilst stunned.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. And Bern?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Back to the top round. Elsyan, roll me a death saving throw, please.
Yay!
Wasn't he down by subdue damage?
Nope.
No, he was killed. He was knocked down by Hammer of Inquisition.
I wasn't knocked down by you. Okay, that is a positive.
That is a success. Okay. Queglod, roll me a intelligence saving throw with advantage as you are stunned.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck's sake. Well, that's a 19. I have no idea if that makes it or not.
Nope.
It does not.
unfortunately not.
No.
Okay.
Oi.
Malcolm. I'll say from this distance, and given the nature of it, you hear Sasha otherwise trying to mumble something. It's difficult to make out, given the nature of her otherwise stunned nature. And Queglod is otherwise also seemingly stunned in this situation. You try to help, but it doesn't seem to work.
25, 30. I should be able to make it. Yes, I can. Malcolm is going to go over to Elsyan, since Elsyan is actually bleeding out on the floor, and
30?
I move 40.
Oh, okay, yeah, because you're a monk. Right.
And I am going to cast. Do I have to be at range to cast Healing Word, or can I be
No,
close?
you can cast it in melee.
Okay. Actually, you know what? No, I'll use Cure Wounds.
Okay. You place your hand on Elsyan and cast Cure Wounds, at which point you watch as he rises, his hands pushing against the wood floor. As he lifts up his head, snaps up the dark eyes once again before you.
Oh
As
no.
you look at his bleeding form. Go ahead and roll for the healing of Cure Wounds, please.
Yep. That would be 1d8 plus my spell mod, which makes that 8.
Okay, so Elsyan,
Next
you heal
time
8
we
hit
kill
points.
him.
No, sorry. 9.
9 hit points. Okay.
Well, Malcolm's still not totally sure what's going on, so he's gonna take a step back to try and get closer to Sasha to understand what she said.
Okay.
And I'm going to, if I can, bonus action send if Featherwing's awake.
At this point, Featherwing would be awake because you woke up.
Okay. I'm gonna send Featherwing in to check in on Rook, because he's the only one not out here.
Okay. Featherwing is going to attempt to open the door. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check for Featherwing, please. Rook, do you lock your door?
Featherwing.
God knows.
I mean, you live in a
I mean,
tent, so probably not.
No.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Oh, now we get a natural.
Featherwing flies in and otherwise kind of pushes open the door and flies in, seeing Rook fast asleep on his bed.
No, you know what Featherwing does? Featherwing takes out a key off of like a chain that's out of nowhere, proceeds to go through them one by one, to pick up the correct one, unlock it, open the door, proceeds to gently close it behind them, and then wakes up Rook, all in the space of 6 seconds.
Rook isn't awake. Featherwing has
Yeah.
just floated next to it.
Yeah, I was just checking to see if he was okay.
Okay. At which point you watch as a form, almost like shadow, begins to morph behind Elsyan. Lifting up, you watch as a hand reaches up towards you, Malcom. I would like you to make me an intelligence saving throw, please.
Yep, will do. Oh, come on!
Natural 1.
I give up. I'm not rolling anymore. I give up.
This is a dice-based game. You can't decide not to roll dice.
I give up. I
He
can't.
can, it just means he rolls natural 1s all the time.
Damn it.
Okay,
Oh, that works.
you take 44 points of psychic damage as this strange psionic energy shoots through your head. You otherwise shrink down in place and you feel this pain rush through it as your head begins to pulse. You are
Ow.
also knocked prone. You have disadvantage on your next wisdom saving throw.
Ow. I remember this.
Okay.
Ow.
Sasha and Bern, please make me intelligence saving throws, please, for your stun.
Yay! We're gonna die. We're gonna
Also, your
die.
mic is crackling, Sasha.
Ow.
That's because my headphones fell out. It's alright. Please, I need a 20. Please, I need a 20.
No,
Oh,
the two of you remain
that
stunned.
is, you are half of the way there.
Okay. Elsyan, at the top of the round on your
Also, it says
turn.
I can't take actions or reactions. Does that
Use-
include bonus actions?
Yes. Incapacitated means nothing. So,
Nothing.
actions includes
un-
movement,
it's
action, and
unclear.
bonus. Elsyan. At this point, you've woken up. You feel kind of this healing energy wash over you as you stand up and you see Shariel before you. As you watch as she's kneeling down next to you. You feel this surge of pain rush through your head as you begin to realize it's an illusion. You look around at your friends. Go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom.
Actually, hold on. Before I say wisdom, I'm just going to double check the... Yep,
You
wisdom
sure it's
save.
not- Oh, you sure it's not intelligence?
No, it is a wisdom save. I just had to double check the spell.
Let's go. +8, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Draw.
25! Fuck
25.
you,
You
Fuck
otherwise reach up to your head and you feel this throbbing and pain in your head as you can concentrate and focus. You know it's an illusion. You feel this strange dark energy shoot from your mind as your eyes become clarified but red vision before you. As you concentrate, you're on the ground. You see the rest of your companions injured and hurt badly, with the exception of Rook, who's nowhere to be seen. You suffer
Mother.
1 point of exhaustion.
That's fine. Just, mother, not happy with life choices.
Okay.
Modeling.
At
She's
this,
here.
Rook.
Do I get an action?
When does the save happen? It happens at the beginning of your turn, yeah. So you have an action and so on if you want to do stuff.
Can I see her?
You look around, she's nowhere to be seen.
Okay. I'm up actually fine, in quotation marks, aren't I?
Hmm?
You know what? I am going to use the wand of enemy
Detection.
warning detection. That's the one. To see if it can help me find her.
Good shout. You cast Wand of Enemy Detection. You watch as this kind of light blue radius shoots out from the end of it. No one. No enemies. Nothing.
Elsyan's going to drop to his knees and taking several deep breaths. She's gone.
Okay. Rook. You, after some time, you awake with this featherwing otherwise biting on your nose.
We're just gonna push Featherwing
You
off.
take
Sod off.
you take a point of damage as featherwing kind of
God's
begins to
sake.
pull at your fur. As the threat has passed, I will say you all become unstunned slowly but surely.
Malcolm goes around slapping each of you. Wake up! Stop it!
Leave them.
Wow.
Get them a moment.
I'm not gonna slap them. I am gonna help them though.
Okay. So performing the help action, slowly but surely they become unstunned, if not a minute passes. So they begin to come back to the realization of their situation.
Now, Elsyan, you said she. Does she mean who I think it means?
Definitely.
I guess that would
How?
explain.
I don't fucking know.
Your mum's a bitch, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey,
You really should
Sasha.
have mentioned it or something.
Hey, Sasha, you're fine.
Of course I'm fine. Didn't even bloody me. She's a piece of shit.
Elsyan goes over and hugs Sasha.
Oh god.
Thank goodness.
Wait, were you...
Emotions? No, none.
Oh god, were you seriously worried about me? Are you okay?
No, I'm not.
Oh, come here. I'm hugging Elsyan back. Harder this time. Like, less confused now.
Is everyone okay? Everyone alive?
Ow, my head.
Yep, you and me both.
Yeah. It feels like
Fine.
that time I
Everyone
ate
seems to be
3
alive.
kilos of ice cream.
That is exactly what psionics feels like. Why have I never thought of it that way before? Right, now, I don't know about you, but I need a drink, and...
Don't know what you did to me, but it felt like probably when you got disintegrated.
Oh no. Did you see weird mouths and large amounts of teeth?
It's...
That'll be mental prison.
I'm still confused.
Okay, right.
What were you saying, Sasha?
Oh, Elsyan was possessed, presumably by the spirit of his mother or some
Mhm.
bullshit.
She has some potential to affect me. To
Why
cast
would you
spells
wait
on
until
me.
now, though?
Thank you.
I don't know. I tried to get a little bit of information from her, and she just said things like, "Oh no." I tried to ask why not just have the newborn be her tool. Apparently, she thinks they're quite useful to her. She did mention all her children, which makes me think I've got a lot more siblings than I thought about. And oh, I regret giving that amulet to the Plague Lord.
Here, do you want this ring of mind shielding? feel like that'd be pretty helpful.
Right, you have a what?
I've had a ring of mind shielding this entire time.
Sasha, you have a what?
A ring of
Why?
mind shielding.
Oh, wait, that's what, guy with big ego said, not me. Okay, right. Can I try to identify the spell that she used on me? Would I know? Or could I make an educated guess at it?
You've never seen or heard of a spell like this before.
Yeah, I don't think so. The closest I can think of was dream, but I wasn't dreaming. I wasn't asleep.
No.
Definitely some sort of illusion, though, yeah?
Seemingly that way, yeah.
Well,
Casts pretty powerful magic after as well.
it's probably the psionics. They work weirdly, don't work the same as regular spells. I got to feel what Hammer of Inquisition felt like.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was surprisingly fun. I mean, really, I could have done with a couple more of those. Just just aim for the muscles on my back. That'd be nice.
Sasha.
Mm-hmm.
Not at this moment.
Fair. Sorry, I react to
Yes, I'm aware. Thank you. Just, my mother can affect me from a large distance. I presume she's nowhere nearby in Adamantia. She might be, but by this point she's already moving away. She's smart enough not to stick around and wait for us to find her. Because while she can take me one-on-one, if any of you with bigger weapons gets to her, she might be a bit fucked.
I don't see how she could possibly be here. She's a high-ranking noble in the Elven Kingdoms.
Her
Even her
movements you can
power
notice.
wouldn't just turn up in the Empire with no warning.
Which means she can cast from a great distance away. Cast that spell and affect us here.
From what I could tell, it seemed like she was casting through you.
Yes.
I don't really know how something like that would
Shit.
work, but
Shit. Okay.
She's using you as a focus.
Well, now I just feel dirty. And I can't let this stand. Hurting me is one thing, but getting at my friends is another.
That's
Okay.
did you
incredibly
say
sweet.
anything useful when you were speaking to her?
I'll be honest, not massively, but it seems like she needs me for something. She wanted me to go back with her. It only got violent after I refused a number of times. And I'll be honest, if this happens again, I don't think I'm going to stop her. I can't let you all get hurt for my sake.
Who's
Okay.
gonna hurt us?
She
Oh,
is
Malcom,
through
I
Elsyan.
found your dragon.
Hey, Rook, you know how you have a scary woman in your life back home?
Oh, have you finally realised how scary Sasha can be?
No,
She
not
just wants to
Sasha's.
die.
You know what? I should have known it was an illusion there and then, because Sasha was dead. And to
Oh
be
yeah,
honest,
like that's patently ridiculous.
Sasha was dead? I've got to walk up to Sasha and poke.
no, illusion. There's a lot to fill you in on. Let's just. But the woman I'm talking about is my mother. She's decided to get involved again.
Oh, where is she?
Like an absentee parent who decided, hey kids, let's go to a theme park after years of not being there.
Okay.
Well, you know,
How is she involved?
like you. She seems to be able to use me to cast her magic now.
Right, Elsyan, I'm a little bit late on this, but can I take your left hand, please?
Okay.
I'm going to take the ring of mind shielding and put it on Elsyan's ring finger on his left hand.
Normally, oh wait, oh no, we already agreed to.
Yeah, I know. I just thought this would be cute.
It's cute. I've got attunement slots, Sasha. Come on, think about that. No.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll just let you get possessed again. All right.
I'm not getting involved next time. That hurt.
What are you even attuned to besides the cloak?
Cloak, Ring of Arcane Mastery, the Tome of the Third Mind.
Oh
Aye,
shit!
that'll
I
do it.
forgot about the Tome of the Third Mind. What's that Ring of Arcane Mastery?
Oh,
Yes,
makes my
true.
magic better.
Plus 2.
Oh, cool. Oh, that is bomb as fuck.
I know.
Can only use by
Mhm.
sorcerers and wizards.
Okay. Well,
I'm waiting for Apple to stop being busy so he can make mine.
if she's not around, then I'm gonna go back to bed. We'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah, sorry about Featherwing. I wanted to make sure you were alright because you were the only one not out here.
No, it's fine. I'm going back to bed though.
Yep, same here. I'm tired. My head
No,
hurts now.
no more Elsyan's mum tonight, please. I don't want to be woken up again.
Yeah. What do you think? Should we tie you up before we go to bed, Elsyan?
Oh, I'm definitely going to bed.
Yep, I'm out. Bye.
Oh,
What do you think? The belts or the rope?
Sasha.
All right, there
not,
you go.
not tonight. I've got a headache.
I'm dragging the bed over away from the
I-
wall.
We just hear this. Oh,
Okay, Elsyan. Objectively, I meant in it so that
I
in
know,
case something
I-
does happen, you don't go anywhere.
I think we should be fine. I think she
Okay.
was making a point.
Malcolm and Rook, you two have already gone back to bed. You lie down, you begin to rest. It hurts for you, Malcolm, but for you, Rook, it's just okay, light inconvenience.
Yeah,
Is the spa
Thanks for
open
that, bud.
24/7?
you're
Is what?
welcome.
The spa open 24/7.
Yeah.
You can find out.
Midnight star session.
You can
Anyway.
find out.
Anyway, let's go and finish our long rest.
I'll go find out, sure.
I think we need to start
Yeah,
again,
some fresh
Sasha.
air after that, Jesus.
Yeah.
No, I disagree. Sleep time now.
If the two of you would feel safer sleeping in a demi-plane, I can set one up for you.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I just pick up Elsyan and drag him.
No. Damn it. You know what? A demi-plane would be nice.
I drag him back. All right, do your thing.
Thank you, Queglod.
I appreciate it.
We'll sleep in the mansion tomorrow.
Oh, that is a good idea.
Do you think?
So, Queglod, you otherwise extend out your hand as you begin to kind of draw the doorway before you as the door shimmers into place. Is it just a basic demi-plane in there? I believe the
Yeah,
extended
I can-
demi-plane is it doesn't have an interior, or...
You can make it have like
empty
walls
room,
and walls
30
of
feet in
wooden
each
stone.
dimension, made of wood or stone. So I'll try to make it appear like a, I guess like a nice bedroom, though obviously sans an actual bed because
Okay.
that's not within the room.
Okay. You otherwise create the area. The interior is what looks to be a kind of a hardened wooden slab floor with a little bit of carpet across the surface of it. These nice arching wall decorations that otherwise rise up to almost this spiraling point. And as the two of you enter, you drag what sleeping stuff you have, your bedroll and other cushions in. You begin to otherwise set them up as you attempt to go to sleep. For Sasha, for you, sleep is fairly easy. For Elsyan, you attempt to once again, but the visions of your mother repeat over and over again. The visions of seeing Sasha dead before you. The knowing of all of what you did hurt those around you. You know that everything you did, you watch it back in replay. You know what you did and you feel exhausted. You do not complete a long rest, as you are otherwise unable to. Bern,
Oh well.
you knowing full well that going back to sleep now will be pointless given your form, as it's received the rest that it wanted, but not the rest that it needed. You head down into the Silken Serpentine. Making your way there, you head inside, completely drained. The interior is otherwise sparse of most people. This late, it is open, but it's not active. There aren't people around. You see the head individual, otherwise at the desk there as you approach. A late night visit. What can we be of service?
I need to relax.
We have a few who are open at the moment. Are you just looking for a massage or something else? The baths are currently not heated or on.
As much as it's possible, yes.
What was that, sorry?
As much as is possible.
Any special care taken or just relax?
Oh, I just need to relax.
Very well. Okay, so that will cost you 250 gold if you intend to remove your exhaustion point through the use of this spa.
I will do that.
Okay. Over the next 4 hours, you proceed to receive treatment, massages, a bubble bath, and a little bit of relaxation. Warm towels, scented candles, a little bit of food is brought to you as you relax, completely ignoring all other attention and detail here, just spending your time relaxing. You mull over the incident that went through in your head. You've never felt or known of a spell like this before. It mulls over in your head. Certain spells shouldn't work on Elsyan. Sleep, in particular, is one thing that just doesn't affect him. You don't know what this was. Possession shouldn't work. You have a hallowed nature around your home. None of this should make sense, yet your brain kind of whirs through something. Either something's changed, or this is a spell you've never heard of before. You've studied the arcane, you've studied it within the Sanguine Sun, you know of enchantment magic, you know vaguely of illusion magic. This isn't anything like you've seen.
The fact that it didn't go down when he was on 0 hit points.
Also true. You were stunned, so it was difficult to tell, but you otherwise know that he did go down. Okay. As you each relax, all of you benefit from a long rest with the exception of Bern and Elsyan.
Yes, relax.
As Elsyan, you otherwise lie there kind of trying to relax. And there are moments when you're otherwise sat there, Sasha kind of rolled up next to you. You kind of hold her hand and her arm. It's calm and peaceful, yet you feel scared for the future. While your mother's around, you don't feel like you can be happy. Your emotions are almost drained. And despite the emotional moment of setting that bond in place, you feel scared. You don't know what it will bring.
She needs to... I need to protect... just Elsyan sort of vaguely making sure that Sasha is asleep and just... I can't let that happen again. I don't want that to become true.
Just don't die. Fuck.
Well, let's hope she doesn't get the same advice.
As you otherwise lie there, do you wish to attune to the Ring of Mind Shielding?
The things I've got to tune to are very, very good, though.
Yeah, because without your book, you don't have the spells. Without the, you got the Lapis Crescendo, which is obviously another artifact, and the Ring of Spell Mastery is very good.
Let me just double check what a Ring of Mind Shielding gives.
Gives you resistance to psychic damage, and you cannot be possessed or have anybody forcefully read or send you a message without your consent first. There's no saving throw, it just doesn't work.
You can also lie to any truth-telling thing and they can't tell it's a lie.
I
Yes,
believe it just
also,
comes back as a dead read, but yeah.
okay, let me read this out. While wearing this ring, you are immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts, determine whether you're lying, know your alignment, or know your creature type. Creatures can telepathically communicate with you only if you allow it. You can use an action to cause the ring to become invisible until you use another action to make it visible, until you remove the ring, or until you die. If you die while wearing this ring, your soul enters it, unless it already houses a soul. You can remain in the ring or depart for the afterlife. As long as your soul is in the ring, you can telepathically communicate with any creature wearing it. A wearer can't prevent this telepathic communication. I now have the thought of Elsyan dying, Sasha picking up the ring and getting an Elsyan in their head.
Oh my god.
Main thing to note about the nature of this ring, that it will require Queglods to assist with the resurrection process, because extracting a soul from a ring is very different from using a Revivify to draw it back. So it
That's
will
fair.
increase the DC because of the nature of it.
That, to be quite fair enough.
The only other thing that is main thing here is that, as I was apparently wrong, it doesn't prevent any form of possession or
Nope.
anything like that. It prevents communication, and it
Yep.
prevents lying or creature detection stuff.
So, knowing that, as cool as it would be, and it also doesn't give me resistance to psychic, which is another thing I wanted, but
Yeah.
this can
I
be
thought it
worked
did.
on.
No. You otherwise have the ring. You have it on.
I have it on, not going to attune to it.
Yeah, okay.
It's the sort of thing that I have it there, I can, if I feel I need to, I will.
Okay. You otherwise proceed to rest as best you can, some more so than others. As you wake in just past the late morning at around 11 o'clock, given the late nature of this interruption, you all slowly rise. I'll say at this point, Bern, you're probably back in your study area looking over the notes. As you wake up for the morning, Queglod, I believe you'll need to cast Demiplane again to get them out, because the door disappears after an hour, I believe.
Yes, after an hour.
Yeah.
So that's what I will do first thing in the morning.
Okay. You'll proceed to wake slowly but surely, some more sore than others. You regain your hit points, you regain your spell slots. As you wake up from the rest, Sasha, you note, as you and Elsyan are otherwise in the Demiplane, Elsyan has these large bags under his eyes.
Oh, sweetheart, did you not sleep?
I'm an elf, Sasha. I don't sleep.
You know what I mean.
I'm fine.
Clearly you're not.
I'm fine.
Right. What can we do to fix this?
Kill my mother.
Alright, let's go kill your mother then.
Okay, that was a joke. She is borderline in charge of an entire kingdom, and unless we get Malcom here to suddenly pull an army from the Barrenlands, we're not doing that.
Okay, but you are aware that is more doable now than it ever was before.
I'm aware,
So,
but we also have other issues bigger than my family matters. We need to be ready for the Prince of Blood whenever we can.
Yeah.
Although we're not gonna be ready if this happens every night.
Okay. The doorway appears as you watch as Queglod casts Demiplane. The archway begins to form, the magic materializes as in amongst one of the archways along the wall, this bright light begins to kind of beam inwards.
Come on, let's go before Queglod decides to keep us in here
Leave us
forever.
in here. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
Elsyan,
I'm
don't
out
go
of the
towards the
clothes.
light.
Don't rush
We've
it,
talked
Elsa.
about this.
Yes, Sasha, just don't die. For some of us, it's not
Yeah.
quite as easy. I don't get a large amount of plate armor protecting me, or whatever it is you wear.
It's actually a shout.
Technically, I'm wearing the corpse of a dragon, so that's
How
pretty
many
cool.
people can fit in a demiplane?
to 30 foot by 30 foot. You can fit all of you in there. The only problem is that you have to cast it to enter and you have to cast it to leave.
No, but
Unless you leave
if
within
we
an
were
hour.
to like sneak people in, we could just put them in a demiplane and have Queglod summon them in the fight.
That's a really good point.
Actually, that's not bad.
The only thing is that will use the 8th level spell slot for Queglod, which granted can only be used for demiplane, I believe. So,
Yeah, because that's how.
how long is the
if we-
casting time of demiplane?
I believe it's an action.
For an
believe it's
action,
also-
then that can
I'll
work.
check that.
Yeah, I'm double checking.
Yeah,
it
it's
as
an
well.
action. Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah.
There's a duration of 1 hour. No verbal components either.
Oh,
It's just somatic.
oh,
Yeah,
guys,
it's just
the
a-
plan comes together. Okay, right. Can I just have a 30 foot by 30 foot square drawn here? You know what? I can, because I want to visualize this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Don't draw it on
It's a
there.
6
Draw it on here. Yeah, there you go.
I've already.
Yeah. Sorry, I saw Infernal with a red pen up on the other map, and I'm like, it doesn't work on that one. It only works on here.
Oh, I know.
So yeah, we can get 30 people. 6 by 6.
36.
36
You'd all be
people.
crammed in there, but yeah, you could. Then it only
Wait.
comes down to the problem of action economy and getting out of the room.
Shh, 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 shh. It's only difficult terrain to move through allied places. It's fine.
Get the biggest guy back and push.
It also has the
Oh,
one.
no, what-
It also has one main flaw, which is if Queglod goes down, you're all stuck in there forever, and you die of
Okay.
exhaustion because you don't get to eat or drink.
Okay, first of all,
Plane
we
shit
can bring
down,
supplies. Second of all, if Abbott knows where the demi-plane is, he is also capable of casting.
He'd also need to know the
demi-plane.
exact contents, including everybody who's in there. So if you add anybody who he doesn't know about, you become a problem.
Well, it's an idea that we can play around with later.
I'll give him the list if we do it.
We take a full inventory. We take like a school register as people walk in.
And here's the problem: just like Elsyan dies of dehydration in there, and then all of a sudden it's Elsyan's corpse, not Elsyan, and so suddenly it becomes a
Okay.
problem because he becomes an object,
Okay.
not a person.
No, okay, you know that.
Me and Sam have already had this discussion. Once a person becomes a corpse, they become an object.
That is very rude.
Yeah. As a note, we could also use this for things other than transporting people.
Well, yes.
I don't know. I mean, the doorway allows medium creatures to pass through it.
I guess it'd be useful when we go back to Webval's lair.
Start with barrels of gunpowder.
That's
An explosive plane.
that is a great idea. Elsyan is getting Guy Fawkes ideas.
However, gunpowder is also something that you know is highly restricted by the GIF, and something that you probably don't know exists
Okay,
outside of
we know they have
basic
boom boom
magic.
powder.
Yeah, dwarves do, but it's not the same as gunpowder. It's not refined.
Fine. Okay, what do we do instead? Angry goblins given a deck of many things. That's just as destructive. we get in there, they're just all dead, and there's just a number of like avatars of death in the demi-plane.
This is almost as good as an idea of just give the Prince of Blood a deck of many things and hope that he draws the Void card.
Oh god.
If he draws one of the others, he gets 2 levels. Oh no, what does that do?
Oh, look at that.
King of Blood +1.
Oh, your Lord of Blood.
Well, it's got to be said that if we can manage it, we do have to kill my mother.
Oh,
Do we
well,
have
I can
anything-
manage it.
Do you have anything else actively going on right now apart from the whole blood royalty thing?
Oh, the whole Ringar thing is going to happen eventually, but we
Right,
got time on that.
We dealt with it well.
Yeah. Well,
I
your
have a
parents
feeling-
again. Your parents are like on the slow side.
I have to say,
It requires preparation.
if I thought about it, I would have asked my mother about your family, Queglod, because didn't we figure out that they have dealings with each other?
Oh,
They have
God.
some sort of alliance, yes.
We
but
also
whether or not she'd have actually told you anything is another matter.
Well, that's entirely a fair point.
owe Osbone a quest.
That we do.
Oh, what do we got to do?
Collect something for him.
We'll give you more details when that comes, but it involves going to a plane which is forgotten.
Right. Yes. I mean, we've been putting off that job for ages anyway.
But we do owe it to him.
Hmm.
But other than that, I don't know if we have anything else active.
Not that I'm aware of.
Do we want to? Well, we visited the Barrenlands.
We need to
You know what's a
collect Red Balls later.
Yes, we do need to collect web files there. But we visited the Barrenlands, and quite frankly, I'm feeling a bit homesick. And it's rude for someone to come visit our house, and for us not to go visit theirs. And I'm thinking a fireball through a window would do very well.
I'm not teleporting us to the Elven Kingdoms just so you can shoot a fireball at your mom.
Okay, what about just a brick with a piece of paper wrapped around it saying "fuck you"?
No, the brick with a piece of paper wrapped around it saying fireball.
I like the way you. I like the way you think.
Jamie, your campaign 2 character is going to be a real pain.
It really is. I'm sorry. Brace yourself.
In all actuality, I want to go there and stop her, because if she can do this, she can do this again.
Fair.
This ring isn't going to help much.
She
I'm
can
assuming
do
it's-
it until now. Did something change?
I'm assuming it's only you she can do this to.
I'm assuming so. I've got some sort of connection to her.
Hasn't done it until now, so either something's changed or it's something recent.
Something has changed. He doesn't have the necklace that I gave him before anymore.
Exactly, and she's figured out. She figured out that she could do this, and she needs me.
Well, then might be a good idea to sacrifice whatever you're using for a while.
This ring isn't going to help, and that necklace we don't have anymore. The Plague Lord has it.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
That's what
how
given
do
to
we
the
go about
Plague Lord.
replacing
What did the
this?
Necklace
It
of
was a
protection
protection
from
divination.
of detection and divination. Yes,
And the mind shielding one is just from charm and stuff like
it's
that.
not even. It's not even that. It's to protect people from being able to read my thoughts. But actually,
you know, hopefully it should help.
It would help. But Sasha, it worries me that you had this. Did you not want me to read your thoughts?
Oh no, it was specifically so that you couldn't, and I could be like, "Aha!" Pulled one on you.
Elsyan?
Trust me so little.
Elsyan?
Yes.
It was back when
Yes.
within the first 5 sessions or something.
What are sessions?
Think
Yes,
of
but
this. I give him an amulet of protection from divination, which I've had from the beginning of the campaign.
Wow.
You watch as he passes over you an amulet of protection against detection and or against location and divination.
I've had that since I joined.
Elsyan's just looking down at it and looking back up at Bern and.
Do you remember why you had it, Bern?
Because you gave it to me because I would probably have it since I'm working for the Sanguine Sun.
Correct. Because you're a vampire, and so people couldn't use detect undead against you. Figure out where you were.
That's true.
Okay. But this. Oh, by the way, this will be a sign that she's getting more desperate. She wants me to speed up along her plans because I've got power, and that unborn daughter that she's having, isn't. It hasn't got my level of power.
Yeah.
It's almost yet exactly.
One thing that you do know, Elsyan, I will say you got this given your high investigation. She did not look pregnant in the images you saw,
Yeah, I don't think she did.
which means
I think
something has happened.
She's given birth, I reckon. Can I think back and
Or
try
the
to do like?
miscarriage.
It
I
could
mean,
have been
it could
either could have been a miscarriage or it
Could
could
I?
have been an actual child.
Because I asked her about it, and I know at the time I did an insight, but can I try and do like a retroactive insight?
Make me an insight check with disadvantage.
Yeah, I thought
it's
that'd be the case.
retroactive.
Yeah. That's entirely.
Also, you
fair.
have a point
I
of
thought-
exhaustion, so either way. So disadvantage on ability
Oof.
checks.
Just give me a second. That is still a 13.
You asked her. You specifically asked her about the daughter, and she said that she wasn't old enough yet, which means she was born.
Was born. Yeah.
That's the closest that you can get.
Huh?
You don't know what happened there. You know that she should still technically be pregnant for another few weeks before she actually gives birth. So the best you can suspect is an early birth, which amongst elves isn't necessarily uncommon. It's the same as any other race. So just means that she'll be
It's-
young and small and a little bit too
Did
weak
she
at the moment.
actually say
I don't
old?
prefer-
Yeah, she
I
did.
don't
She said she's
remember
not old enough.
I thought she
old
said it
enough.
wasn't strong enough.
Strong enough.
Did they strong?
Yeah, fine.
Specifically, she
Yes,
said not strong enough yet.
But
Yes.
that can it's
The interpretation is old enough there.
the interpretation. Yeah, that's fair enough. Right. Well, either way, I have a sister, and quite frankly, I don't want her to be left in her care.
Fair.
Hmm.
And quite frankly, Bern, as much as I would like this, I think people not finding out that you're in your own disposition is probably quite important. As Elsyan hands back the amulet. I want to go to the Elven Kingdoms and face her.
Infernal, if you are talking, you're quiet.
Okay.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello, yeah.
Yes.
I'm currently not using it.
You're not using it? Fair enough, I'll keep it then.
I haven't been attuned to it since like the second session I was in.
You picked up better items.
There's everyone we've been talking to, they've been disgusted of Bern and because they know he's undead. We just didn't notice. Well, like I said, I want to go to the Elven Kingdom.
Okay.
And if we've got nothing absolutely urgent on, I want our next thing to be going to the Elven Kingdom.
Is this after the Prince of Blood or right now?
As soon as possible. We have no idea of time frame with the Prince of Blood.
It's within
Other
this-
than a relative
weeks, right?
soon. Is it within the next 2 weeks? Do we know?
We have no idea.
You have
Ethan.
no idea when. The only
Absolutely
thing,
no idea.
You have absolutely no idea. All you know is that if it does end up being soon, you'll get a 3-day notice when it happens.
Yeah.
That's the closest
Get
you
it.
have.
And a 3-day notice, that's enough time for... As long as we're not captured and being tortured horribly, that's enough time for us to
Well, we should be trying to avoid that.
start our
anyway.
plans. Well, yes, of course.
That being the case, well, it could be weeks or even months from now.
Exactly.
The blood becomes a thing. Whereas I think I have a better idea of when the next time your mother will attempt to make contact will be.
I'm thinking tonight.
Mm.
So
I
we're
haven't-
going to the Elven Kingdoms then.
To the Elven Kingdom. Maybe worth saying if the Empire has any information for us. We can. Do we know who to talk to? That wait. Elsyan pats pockets. Spellstone. Aleuir. Oh no, he may be in a horrible situation and hiding from the Alliance.
If we spellstone him, do you think we could just like teleport over to him and fix his shit?
Maybe.
Teleport to the Alliance.
That sounds like an even worse idea than going to the Halfling Kingdom.
Jeez. Yeah, let's just teleport.
I get to have a Dawnseeker's cameo in the next Soaring Skies Leviathans after the ship's crashed and a nuclear bomb's gone off. So it'll be fun.
Sasha just shows up and
We
like,
group of kids walking away, one of them shaking his head in utter disbelief at the entire situation.
Nuclear
And
bomb's
another
gone
one
off in the background.
sipping tea.
Oh God, just
Well, we need information. Oh God, there was the people in the Phoenix that also were keeping tabs on her.
Tiark and Rohal, you'd specifically asked them to keep tabs, and they were doing so.
Okay. Well, we'll go to them first before I disturb Aleuir. And after that, because I don't have my ability to do the shard sense thing about her, do I?
Not anymore.
Not anymore, no. Damn. Well, anyone want to come with me to go visit Rohal and Tia?
sure, why not?
I'll come visit. I won't. I'll be there more for moral support than anything else.
Oh, it'll be fine. You just got to stop me from punching things and breaking my hand. I'm not good at punching things.
I'm not sure if you break your hand with them little noodle arms, but give it a good
Okay.
try.
Okay. Let me have this. Look, let me have this.
Now, Jamie, how it's actually going to go is I get to roll an attack roll for the wall, rather than Elsyan rolling an attack roll.
The wall rolls a crit. Elsyan goes down.
Elsyan's arm shatters into little pieces. By the way, do I get my health back?
Nope.
Nope. I just now also.
I'll say you could take a short rest, so you could use hit die, but outside of that, you wouldn't be able to, or you wouldn't have got any from a long rest or anything.
Excuse me. I need to roll 11 dice.
Adding your con
dodge.
mod as well.
Adding my con mod to each, isn't it? So that's plus 22. That's 53 added. 61. Still not great.
You have 5 more.
I do have 5 more.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to take it.
So, what is your first point of action? You've woken up, you have breakfast, it's brought to you, Angus otherwise passes you the various plates of egg, bacon, and various other foods that have been requested. You otherwise eat in your dining area before proceeding with whatever your day beholds.
I guess to the Phoenix first?
To the Phoenix.
Okay. You make your way down, heading down through the corridors, down to through your Undercity connection. You travel to the large dome-like area of the main Phoenix courtyard as you make your way towards the door where Rohal is usually in the war room. The doors are wide open, strangely enough, and you see no Rohal or Tiark present.
Is there anyone else around at all?
There are plenty of guards still, but they're nowhere to be seen.
But the guards are around, but not.
Confusing statement, but okay.
Yes.
There are guards around, but you can't see them. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yes. There are guards around. There are guards around, but you don't
Cool.
see anybody inside the room. Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to one of the guards. Excuse me. Do you know where Tiark or Rahal are? I need to talk to them.
They've got business. They've headed out to one of the other cities to take care of the Phoenix meeting.
Phoenix meeting.
From what I understand, from what I was told, there's a great threat on the way, and as a result, they're preparing defenses for each of the cities.
Right.
They've converged to talk.
Right, yes, that would happen, wouldn't it? Also, quick
They
question.
should be
do they
returning
call
within the next week or so.
Don't necessarily have a week. Look, just if you see them, if you get any communications with them at all, just tell them Elsyan needed to speak to him. It's urgent. It's about his mother.
Understood.
Do you know where? Oh, also, do you know where this meeting is taking place?
No. That's private
Didn't think
information
so.
for the heads only.
Can't you
Didn't
send
think
a
so.
sending? Sasha.
Oh, yes, I can.
If they're smart, they'll probably have something stopping any. Ah, fuck it, try it.
Oh, write me up a message. I don't really know how to word all this shit. 25 words or less.
But then just
No.
say it.
I will say it. Okay, Sasha. Sam is now thinking far too much about this. Send it
Sam
to.
is now thinking.
Shut
Fuck.
up, Sasha. No, don't put that down. Stop copying this down. Okay, in all seriousness, send this to a Hal. Attacked by Mother last night. Need any information you have on her.
Okay.
Elsyan.
You send that information,
It is
Sasha.
urgent.
And you hear back.
It went to voicemail. Sorry.
They probably have some magic stopping any sort of communication, blocking their meeting place. Stupid, secretive, underground bastards. He says in the middle of the courtyard, surrounded by these
Secret organization.
bastards.
Right. Mr. Guard. Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
He looks at you. Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
La da da da. It's the motherfucking D&D.
Snoop Dogg.
One and a two.
There's only one way that could have gone worse.
He looks at you. Nah, I'm not giving my name.
Who
Would you
are we
want?
That's fair enough.
I'm already sending a
I
message for
wanted-
him.
Oh no, that's fine. I just wanted to ask if it's a group meeting of the Phoenix. Is it called a flocking?
Yeah, the way.
Well, Elsyan, in his irritated, tired state, is going to smack Sasha on the back of the head.
Oh, I can't turn Sasha into a sheep.
Don't.
No. Disciplining Sasha is Elsyan's job.
Aw.
And disciplining Elsyan is Sasha's job.
Well, hey, we're both switches.
Yeah, baby.
Let's face it, we know how this is preferred. Anyway, enough of Sasha and Elsyan sex talk for today.
Alright. Well, thank you for. Well, sorry. I know that was silly. I
Sasha,
should be more serious.
Let's go.
Yes. Have a lovely day, Mr. Guardman.
Right, that's it. Okay.
Right, what's next?
I'm gonna, unless anyone else has got any ideas, I'm gonna try to talk to Aleuir, see if he's got any information. I doubt it. I also want to make sure Aleuir's alive.
Ah, fair.
I haven't
can
heard from
spy on him.
from ages. You could
I-
spy on him, or we could try talking to him and not be creepy weirdos about it.
Well, yeah, fair.
Not be creepy weirdos?
I
Not be
mean,
creepy
yeah,
weirdos.
Sure. I've never met the guy, but
Oh, he's a great guy. Know about psionics. He's wonderful.
huh?
Can confirm, didn't seem like a complete penis. He
Oh, well, that-
genuinely seemed like a pretty cool dude.
In that case, then yes, yeah, you should definitely make contact. Someone who actually seems to understand it and is cool.
Well, Elsyan's gonna pull out the Speller Stone.
Okay.
Ring, ring.
Ring, ring.
Do you remember how to use it?
I believe it's. In my head, I know it's not, but in my head, it's a effectively one of those Star Wars holo communicator things, but it's not.
Make sure you push 9 before you dial. Just like
But it's not quite the same. It's effectively a Stone of Ascending, isn't it? Or
To a
setting stone?
degree, the nature of it is different.
I think it's what
Do you
projects
have
on a flat
instructions
surface.
written down?
Give me a second.
Because if you don't, this is going to be an intelligence check with disadvantage because of exhaustion.
Chris, I've got 6 seconds of communication. That's what it gives me. That them's the rules. No, I believe it's a flat. I need to find a flat surface to effectively project onto.
Okay. What surface would you like to use?
A wall, the floor, Sasha's solid and sturdy back.
Right
I
here,
don't-
or in your tavern, or...
Oh, in the tavern. I'm not going to do this in public.
You head up to your tavern, heading back to your respective area within the tavern. You hold up the Speller Stone, you kind of hold it there, expecting it to do something, as a
Doesn't.
image shimmers onto the wall ahead of you on this kind of circular device. Unfortunately, Infernal is muted, so and deafened, so he won't hear this, so there's no point in me saying it. You see the circular image on the wall, and you see a bed with Aleuir otherwise sleeping. The looks of a tent around him. It is
Aleuir?
dark.
Aleuir? Oh, he's asleep.
Yeah,
He's sleeping.
Yeah, he's sleeping.
Oh, he's alive. That's good. Oh, should probably turn this off.
You turn it off. The circle closes, and the stone goes inert for the day.
Time zones. Time zones are a thing, people.
He's in the Alliance. He is on the opposite portion of the world to you. You are otherwise calling him at midnight.
Oh God, I've just been that friend that call. I'm like, oh God, I'm glad we don't have charges per call on like monetary charges for spell aside.
Sending stones which have a gold per word or a copper per word charge.
Oh God, no! It'll be minutes. Come on, man. They've got a little slot in them. That is where you put the coin in. Oh, this is dreadful. It's a terrible idea. I love it.
I'm using it.
Well then, that's a bust. How hard can it be to find out information about one's mother? God, buy the fucking mask. You got any ideas? I feel somehow this is partially your fault. Elsyan is now saying, looking up. Anything at all? No?
Who are you talking to, Elsyan?
Screw you and your leather jumpsuit. I'm talking to the mask, the god I worship, but don't talk about much because, quite frankly, it's a terrible god to worship.
Mask?
Yes,
God?
mask.
Okay.
God of, I believe, if I remember correctly, thievery, general taking things for your own good.
Thievery.
And my mother was a side bitch.
Okay then, right. Fair.
It's a whole thing. It's a big old thing.
Well, okay. Well, any other ideas? I mean, we've phoned a sleeping man. We've turned up to an empty office. I mean, any other ideas?
I'm looking for ideas from anyone else. I've got nothing apart from, hey, Emperor, what information do you have?
Emperor.
And I doubt the Emperor is going to grant us an audience because I'm having some mummy issues.
To be fair, your mother is the leader of a almost enemy state and also is a righteous bitch.
But I don't think that's going to be down in any official documentation.
Knowing her, it probably is.
No, she's smart enough to play nice with any courts. They probably like her. Probably think she's great. Probably think she's the best thing since sliced fucking bread.
Sliced bread is quite nice.
We have sliced bread.
Yeah.
Yes, Sasha, you don't just have to shove your ham in a whole loaf of bread. You can cut it into parts first.
No. What I mean is, do we have like the technology for, mechanically sliced bread?
No,
Is that a thing we
You
have?
just do it manually and then put it in a bread box.
Yeah.
But that's not sliced bread. Oh, that's just bread.
That's bread that's been sliced.
sliced.
Yeah,
The
it's
entire
been
point of
sliced.
sliced bread was the fact that it was a mechanical procedure, which made it a lot easier to do and mass produce. And oh, never mind.
Why do you need a machine to cut sliced or to make sliced bread? I mean, it
I mean-
doesn't take a second to make
Saves
sliced
on
bread.
manpower and man hours. It was a revolution of the industry. Never mind.
Well, you know what? Sliced bread was the best thing since Betty White, so who cares? Fun fact: Betty
Okay.
White, the Betty White predates sliced bread.
Sliced bread. I love Betty White. That's amazing.
Anyway, who's Betty White and what's sliced bread?
Okay, well,
Anyway.
how,
I'm really tired. I'm sorry, guys.
I don't know then.
Any ideas, anyone? To get information, or should we go loot Webval's lair?
I
Could
think
go
we
loot
should go to
Webval's
Webval's lair.
I think we should go
Okay.
loot Webval's lair. I mean, we have the capabilities right now, don't we? Don't we?
Well,
Yes,
I mean,
we do. We should go get Rook's friend.
yeah, Nugriel.
And also, we should probably pack our warmest clothing.
Please, I'm wearing Shishgri approved clothing. Look at me.
Didn't do sweet fuck all last time, did it?
Yes, but this
Also-
time there's not going to be a dragon in there, and
No,
this
but
time people
we
aren't
have
going to leave me on my own.
We
There
have
might
got
be
the
frost
giants.
giants.
Oh fuck. Of course I'll be fucking. You know what? I'm gonna try to get some sleep. Fuck you all. Not you, Queglod.
Seems like he's not getting anything from Webval's lair.
No.
I have had a very stressful 24 hours.
Not my problem. You put me in a prison.
Not my fault. I thought I was doing it to her.
I had a good sleep.
Good for you.
It really was.
Elsyan's there, just eye twitching. I still got some spell slots.
Uh-huh.
Don't.
No.
How's your brain feeling today? Mind if I give it a violent massage?
It's feeling well rested. How is Elsyan looking? Is Elsyan looking like still sore?
A bit fucking stressed, to be honest.
Health wise, how's Elsyan looking?
A bit fucking stressed. Yeah, I'm with health. I'm a bit injured. I'm a bit shaky, but for the most part, I'm fine.
I'm gonna give you a pat on the head with the use of cure wounds. There you go.
Thank you.
It's a D8 plus 1.
Don't care. I'll take anything. Go on, roll your D8 then, mate.
Oh right, yeah, I did. Oh, what one's a D8? It's green, isn't it?
Red.
No.
Red.
Oh, Rook.
Look,
Look, organise your dice area. Come on, man.
I'm.
Come on, you're pulling a Harlan right now.
I have
Look at it.
two weapons that do 2 different Ds.
That's like 16 different things.
Look,
You
look
can't
at,
play.
look at the dice Bern and I have to keep track of, okay? In fact, Bern, Malcom, and I have to keep track. In fact, how everyone has to keep track of. We could do it. Why can't you?
Keep track of what
I
now?
must.
Because he has
Our
48
dice.
tabs open.
Yeah, shut
Actually,
those as
49.
well.
I've got a blender tab open as well.
I just make
Why?
mine look like a face.
But you know
Well,
what?
I
It's organized. You can tell what things are by group. Then you look at Rook, who's just decided, let's just. You look like my real life dice box.
Look, okay, so we've got my d20s, then we've got sword hit, axe hit,
Look,
random shit.
fine. Okay, that's it. That's it. Okay, you carry on. I'm gonna.
Enjoy your 5 points of healing.
Thank you.
How much psychic damage does Sam take for this mess?
This is
All right.
disgusting.
You do my
Disgusting.
random shit. Now I'm gonna panic at what dice I've got to roll.
So. So,
I don't get your problem.
while the party panics momentarily, for but a moment,
Set them all to 1.
what is your plan?
Huh?
Highlight them all 1+1.
I think we're
That's
going
what I
to.
You've got to
We're
hover over it
Lair,
plus
aren't we?
1. Oh wait.
I think that is.
Does not work.
Ah,
That
right
only
click,
works on singular odds.
right click,
right click.
rotation value, and then 1.
Yep.
Oh,
Alright.
I see.
There you go.
Well, we have no sources of information about my mother for now. I don't have spell slots to cast Magnificent Mansion, because fuck me, I guess.
Okay. I guess then it's go to Webfall's Lair.
Do I look like I'm in a state for that? For
Yeah.
fighting frost
Yeah.
giants?
Look,
You're
you're angry. There's a
fine.
chance you might actually just, with your fury, melt the ice.
Gain a level
No,
of barbarian
as
temporarily.
I'm not.
Your oxygen
I-
will melt it all.
I don't get. Okay, magic is a very delicate balance that I can't let anger get in the way of. There's a reason, behold, never cast magic.
But what? You have to keep
You don't know that.
feelings. in check?
I-
What?
Okay, I need to be. I can't be like him using the own force of personality to cast magic, pointing at Bern. I can't be like you. Oh, look at me, nature, and him, and them, Sasha. God just threw magic at them.
But I'm angry and I cast spells.
Okay, you're weird. And I wouldn't insult you, Queglod. You're great as ever.
Just mouth.
I mean,
Queglod-
objectively, what we do is the same. What me and Queglod do is the same thing, except her god only gives her like what, 3 spell slots.
Yeah, but they're 3 really big spell slots.
Hmm.
And by 3 really
Oh.
big ones, this means decent sized.
What a shame. Here I can't hear you over the sound of my ability to cast more than 1 8th level spell.
Well, shit. Now that makes me feel
Oh,
bad.
you
I
are-
even got
How
that.
can you do that?
Oh no, not at one time, but I can actually choose to change which one I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we going to Webfall's Lair or we got other plans?
I'm up for it.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
a bit
I
tired.
want to go to the Highlands.
What?
What? Where did that come from? That came out of nowhere.
Malcolm, you need to calm down a bit. I haven't been there.
That's the perfect opportunity to go then. Then you can learn about the location and get some things and stuff.
Malcolm, buddy, friend.
I figured it out. We can use the whole corpse to teleport there.
Oh
No.
no.
No. No.
It's a bit weird.
Okay, no, Bern.
I did not say that in character.
You need to dig it back
no.
up.
No. I like the thought of Bern and Rook going to dig it up because they didn't really know Behold. And then there's just the rest of us, just arms crossed, not liking any part of this situation.
Bern then proceeds to cast Create Undead so that he can then have someone who knows the Highlands better, so he doesn't have to worry about rolling for the teleportation.
And the other three of us have to hold Queglod back.
But then we're also looking at Queglod like, she's from the Highlands too. You really have to dig up a corpse for that.
It's the worst part is it's a skull as well. I mean,
Great, now we have 2 talking skulls.
We could also just use the bigger skull, but you know.
yeah, we could.
Let's
Right.
just not involve Behold in any of our future plans, okay? He is fine resting and playing catch with Chronicle, okay?
Cool. Right, so let's go.
Let's go get Nagriel.
Yeah, let's go get Nagriel, and maybe he's got some advice on stuff to take, to break the ice.
A white dragon.
You otherwise go
Or
over to the.
how about a red dragon?
You.
How
does not
about a
require
white one?
speed. You head over to the Church of Steel. You otherwise head in. You say your usual good mornings and hellos to everybody as you head in. You're not interrupting anything at this time, but you do see you do hear that the arena is in full flow.
Nice.
And as you otherwise head in, otherwise looking for him, Tashiel tells you that Nagriel is currently fighting. It will be another half an hour or so until he'll be fully ready to go.
Can I find Mr. Tinkali?
He's not here.
Tashiel.
He left a short while ago to travel with the Queen's daughter, if you remember.
I
Tashiel,
remember that.
you don't happen to have a free bag of holding handy for me to put your bones in? I know it's a bit of a long ask, but
Couldn't say that we do. No, that doesn't come as a regular thing for us.
fair. I'll keep hold of them then. I've got a bag.
Hmm.
I was just trying to think of carrying more.
Oh, and the skull that you wanted is almost ready.
Ah, perfect. Excellent. Good. No problems getting it and sorting out?
No, fairly simple, nice and easy.
Oh, beautiful. Wevarl's never going to look more prettier. Yes, we're about to head up there now. Come to grab Nagriel.
I guess we'll go look at his fight then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine.
You otherwise head in and you see Nagriel currently standing alone. What looks to be up against what look to be 2 adult stalactigers. Both of them moving towards him, artfully moving out the way, using his halberd to parry and keep them away to a degree. And once they get within range, you watch as he slams the halberd into the ground, drawing his sword and shield, and goes up and rams one in the face, knocking it back before driving the sword into the upper portion of its front leg. As he does so, he draws back and entering a defensive position, kind of holding his own. These creatures are 3 times his size, standing at almost about 15 to 18 feet tall. They are big creatures, yet he is standing his ground against them with ease. To a degree, you watch as he kind of drops or sheaths the sword and otherwise throws the shield to one side, picking up the halberd again, going in for another swirl and strike. As you watch as coiling up the edge of the halberd, you watch as the dragon head moves up to the top as he swings across, cutting across the front of the stalactiger's face, marking it badly. You watch as fire flickers across the surface of the fur, singeing and charring it, as he brings the halberd down, stepping back and swinging. It reminds you vaguely of Runewaker in the aspect of its power, but to a different degree.
Interesting.
He stands back, playing the defensive game, striking against them, holding his own, until eventually the 2 of them back off, him winning the fight.
I am so glad he is on our side.
Okay.
How'd the fight between you and him go?
It's pretty damn close. I think he beat me slightly. It's almost like our fight.
Might have to try him.
Fair.
What's he gonna fight next?
I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna fight anything else or if he's done? I've no idea. They said half hour, so
Yeah, they said 30 minutes.
Yeah, 30 minutes being his full, not necessarily the full fight, but the time he'll need to recover. You watch as he fights against various other beasts, some larger. You see he fights against elementals, displacer beasts, several Ultiugs at one time. He can hold his own fairly successfully and relatively easily. You see, getting close to the end as he's otherwise kind of standing his ground, you watch as you recognize this scene as you watch as the area around the interior of the arena goes alight with these lightning chains which shoot across, and you watch as the gate opens and you watch as a Behir covered in lightning shrieks out the side, running around the edge of the arena before breathing a lightning breath towards him. He dodges out the way, dancing to one side with his halberd. As it rushes towards him, he strikes against it at distance, holding it at bay for a moment before going in for a heavy strike against it. The dance of this combat, despite the nature of Nagriel being fairly injured already from all the prior fights and using up a large portion of his resources, he seems to still hold his own. A one-on-one against the Behir is no joke. There are very few who are able to do so, but he does so. Fighting and fending it off, you watch as he does become injured and kind of takes a step back, and you feel like he's going to lose before he goes in for one swoop, and as the strike hits, you watch as the Behir is almost dazed by the strike. Another strike, an upper hit, as you watch as the lower portion of the jaw is split by the blade from the halberd before he swings down, spearing the spike of the halberd into the foot of the Behir, holding it in place. As it flails and otherwise thrashes, but still dazed, he pulls the spear back, and you watch as it begins to slowly limp and otherwise try and make its way back to the cell gate. He lifts the spear up, roaring to the crowd as they otherwise roar and clap. You can tell why he's a champion of this arena. He kind of lowers his halberd to his side and makes his way back towards the door where all of you are standing. He makes his way out the door. Some of the medics come over and tend to him as he otherwise looks over. Watching, were you?
well, more come to collect you. We're gonna head towards Webfile's lair.
Ah, give me a bit. I'll need to recover from this. Have a drink and such.
Understandable.
But, yeah, I'll be ready in a bit.
No worries.
Takes time to get ready, wrapping himself up, bandaging, and sorting out any wounds that he did have. But ultimately is ready to go within a short amount of time.
It's cold.
I'll be fine.
Okay, poke. Right. Well. Anything you recommend we take with us?
You got pickaxes?
Yeah,
We
that's
have
a good point.
a dragon which can dig.
That'll do. But if the rest of you want to be getting involved, you'll need pickaxes.
We're
Would
gonna need
this
scraps.
work? Would a strong hammer work?
You are lagging. Or you're roboting, I should say.
Beep boop.
Beep boop.
Beep boop.
I guess we'll grab some pickaxes.
Am I still a robot?
Yes.
Yeah.
I gotta grab my Uber axe and also Forge Storm because I don't know, fire or some shit.
I don't do manual labor.
No, you just get possessed by your mother.
Sasha.
Haha, your mother was inside of you.
So I've got a pickaxe.
Sasha, can you make me an intelligence saving throw, please? Elsyan is not in a good mood.
That's look. This is how I let you get your stress out. I knew it was coming, and I'm all right with this.
Let me just double check Mind Slither.
Oh no.
I see you are a man of culture.
I am. So yes.
Quick question, because this might actually matter. Chris, have I recovered from the damage I took in the fight with
Yeah,
with
you
his
took a long
mum?
rest. You took a long
Okay,
rest, you're fine.
cool.
Okay, it's fine. You only take 3d6 damage. What did you roll, say?
It was a wisdom or was it intelligence?
Intelligence.
14.
No.
Yeah, it's a hard no.
You take 10 points of psychic damage.
I feel like there's an
Until the end of
and
your
coming.
And until the end of your next turn, you must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from your save. So this is when you make a saving throw until the end of your next turn. I may be looking at an older version of this actually.
Well, if you're looking at it in Tasha's, then no. If you're not looking at something on UA, then maybe. But that sounds right.
It sounds right. Possibly isn't.
Either way.
Either way, it lasts until the end of the next turn anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Given that you don't have a saving throw within a turn.
Okay. Given that you have half an hour, what do you do? Because it'll be within one full round of combat. It's just worded poorly.
But yeah.
So while this is all going on, while the rest is taking place, Bern is otherwise in the forge, working away, converting something. Just doing a quick conversion right there and then. The rest of you can pick up pickaxes from, if you want, from the Church of Steel. They have plenty.
Yeah,
Elsyan
yeah, I'll do
will
that.
pick up a pickaxe.
Okay.
Pick up a pickaxe.
But I can't have telekinesis prepared, so I can't do this the cool way.
Okay. So you otherwise pick up pickaxes for each of you. Queglod, they don't have a small one.
To be honest, even if they had
Like-
one in my size, I feel like I'd just be getting in your way.
No,
I should be able to manage with magic.
Eldritch Blast.
Elsyan just
Shatter. Bang!
Okay, to be fair, they might have ice picks. You know, for breaking ice off of
Yeah.
like things to put into your wine or not wine. Oh God, no.
Yes.
No, I know.
I put ice in my wine.
I know.
The
What
sort of thing that was used to kill Trotsky.
yeah, I know what you mean when
God,
it comes
that's
to
a weird
ice picks.
reference.
The thing is, you've got to remember that's a foot. That's like, that's a 1 or maybe even a 2-handed weapon for Queglod because she's 2 foot tall.
Can I find a +1 ice pick?
Halflings
Therefore, it
are
will shrink
dumb.
down to her size.
No, unfortunately not. Most of the stuff in here is just basic stuff, basic gear.
Yeah, thought so. A magic ice pick might have been a bit much.
Yeah. You otherwise proceed to grab what you can before you prepare. Nagriel is ready.
Cool.
Nagriel otherwise arrives. He's got his own ice pick as he always carries it over his shoulder. So, are you ready to go?
So
One
tired.
second.
Can Elsyan get the equivalent of coffee?
You can order a hot chocolate or a coffee from one of the local cafes. that'll be fine.
Elsyan will be ordering a coffee.
Coffee to go. Got it.
No, here's the thing. It won't just be coffee. It's like, I want espresso. Okay, sort of espresso. No. I want one of those mugs full of espresso.
I feel like you heard me wrong. I don't want a espresso. I want all the espresso.
No, come back.
A jug.
I think what you heard was I want a lot of espresso. What I want,
Is
and I need this
all.
to be clear, is all
All
your
the
espresso.
espresso you have.
Ah, perfect. Anyway, so Bern, you're casting teleport?
Yeah, I'm done. And Bern comes out with a huge pickaxe.
Beam us up, Bern.
Bern comes out with a huge pickaxe. You otherwise prepare yourself. Do you have an item to associate yourself with this location?
I've still got what remains of the
lair.
sword that we
Uh,
took from his lair.
That's true. You do have the remains of the sword.
but I have the tailbone.
Ah, okay.
Ah, yes, he does.
You otherwise stretch out your hand, kind of holding the tailbone. The rest of you all prepare for this, as there's that moment of being lifted before you are taken from the warmer interior and plunged into the frigid cold of Webval's lair.
Cold.
Your feet land in the snow, which isn't freshly lain. You look around and you can see footprints, plenty of them, all over. But they're strange. They aren't what you would have expected. As you look around, they're almost webbed. 3 toes, triangular at the points of them, all coming back to a single kind of heel, almost like duck feet. It's weird. But they're clawed without the full bit of webbing. They wander around within the snow, it seems. You can see large portions of the ice have been cut away, and a large portion of the gold and platinum has been removed. You see pieces and objects that are otherwise missing, and you see no Webval's corpse anywhere. You see the dragon bones, but not Webval's corpse. You see others among it. Large footprints. You see large claw marks that otherwise have raked up the surface of the ice here. Massive claw marks. The hole in the large ice dome overhead where it has been shattered by something. You can hear the wind as it rushes by and bustles all of you. It's cold. Something was here.
Can I try and look at these markings and see what it could possibly be?
Make me a nature check.
Can I have a look?
You can assist. You can either roll separately or you can help him with advantage.
I'll give you advantage.
Okay. $24.
24. You look around, you recognize these. These are claws of an ancient dragon. Which one you're not sure, but you see several of these claw marks all around the ice here. You see large portions of this where it's been cut out, which looks unnatural cutting out, not done by claws or digging claws. Some portions, yes. And you see large portion in the center where it originally was just this almost ice shelf in the center, or this large central piece of ice with the altar around it, and then the shelves of ice upwards. You see the central piece has collapsed inwards, and a huge portion of the undersection of this has been carved out by claws or something that burrowed here, it seems.
Excellent. More digging. Well, guess we should collect what we can. Figure this out later.
What are the small feet?
There are smaller feet?
There are smaller footprints. If you'd like to make me a nature check as well, you can do. I'll say, with the assistance of somebody else, this will be with disadvantage, so this will be a flat roll.
Flat roll?
Flat roll.
Uh, 20.
You haven't encountered any creatures like this before, but they're small and they're clawed, much like almost smaller dragons. Just trying to think if any of you would have encountered this creature before.
But not like a dragon.
Oh, please
No.
tell me it's just a horde of fucking kobolds.
I mean, we have
It would
encountered
make
a
sense.
kobold.
You have encountered kobolds. Yeah, you don't recognize the footprint.
What about Nagriel?
20.
Does he?
I'll say if you want
You
Nagriel
killed
to
a lot
roll,
of shit
it'll
in
be
your
with
time.
disadvantage and all that. He looks down at it. No, don't recognize this kind of footprint. Webbed this far north is strong.
Oh god. Is it Kuatoa?
This far north wouldn't make sense. You also haven't seen them sort of things before, so
True.
yeah.
But that's what
You wouldn't know.
it doesn't make sense why there's any webbed feet up here. And my head, when I hear webbed feet, is
Cool.
fish people. Kuatoa.
Yeah.
Elson's chance to become a god.
See, see, when you say to people, fish people, when you talk about Kuatoa, you're like the mind goes to like Abe Sapien or the one from Grinding Nemo.
So
What's
the one
it
from
called?
what?
The
Okay.
Shape of
You know,
Water.
Grinding Nemo, Guillermo del
Oh, the Shape
Toro's
of Water.
one.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Trollens.
Sorry, I
Christ.
can't remember its actual name.
Okay.
Oh, it took me a sec. That's an entirely different Finding
maybe.
Nemo.
So
Same amount of father-son action though.
there are
Hey.
lots of these
Oh.
footprints. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Fish Daddy.
Just no. I guess just stop. Clearing out what we can. I need to collect some bones.
Okay. Make me investigation checks, all of you. Elsyan and Bern, you have... Oh no, just Elsyan, you have disadvantage on this, because Bern, you got rid of yours through the spa.
Yeah, I think my game is frozen. Hello?
Huh?
Can you hear me?
Your ping is
Yep.
really high. for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, my ping is 199 in game as well.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, never mind.
Can I restart that?
So perception check, yeah.
Investigation.
Investigate.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's still a 22.
Oh,
Sort of 35 I wanted though. Look at it! Look at it!
You come here with your 25 or whatever, and here I am with a solid 7.
Okay, so...
I like the thought of Sasha's like really thinking hard, and then Elsyan pulls a Sherlock-style deduction
11.
out of his ass.
Rook got 11. Malcolm?
19.
19. Queglod?
15.
15. Okay. Okay, so Sasha, while you're going around, you begin to dig up some of the platinum and gold that's nearby, trying to get what you can. Are you going to be Are you guys going to be pulling this, or are you going to be rolling individually to see how much loot each of you gets? It's up to you.
I'm going to go pooling, and I'm just going to like go where people tell me to go to help out,
Okay.
basically.
In which case,
I am
I'll
quite
pool all of this at the
big.
end for the gold pieces and platinum pieces worth.
yeah, I assume we're just going to split it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, are you all taking time to get every last gold and platinum piece?
Well, we've got no rush. We've got a minimum of 3 days, so you know. That's
Keep in mind, in these frigid temperatures, at night it will drop drastically.
Luckily, we have the homestone, which makes it a comfortable atmosphere.
You do. How many creatures can a homestone fit? Remember, you have
Not all of us.
Remember, you have a baby dragon, and you also have a Nagriel with you.
We've got a
The
demi-plane
baby
and we've got
dragon-
Queglod
Mordecai's
can't-
magical man.
Queglod
Baby
can't use it
dragon's
tonight.
okay.
Don't have the spell slots.
The baby dragon is okay.
God, you're like useless. This is why I told
Remember-
people to prepare.
I have the thingy now.
Oh yes,
I
that's
have
true.
my
You
spell
can
now.
put your companion in there. Yeah, that's true. So the baby dragon's okay. So it's just worrying about if you can store Nagriel in there, or if Nagriel will fit inside of the homestone.
I believe so, because before the only
We had
reason...
Fang.
Yeah, we had Fang. We had Fang. The ones that couldn't go in were mostly...
9 creatures of medium size or smaller. Yeah, so you should be fine with that then. So that's something you can do. So, with that, you otherwise can start to explore, looking around and otherwise picking away at the ice, slowly but surely, taking chips away from it. Malcolm, are you transforming into a dragon for this? Or did you pick up a pick?
I was gonna turn into dragon.
Okay, go ahead and roll me with advantage then.
Roll for me, Chris, because I think my turn is
What am
dying.
I rolling for advantage of?
Your investigation, so just re-roll one
Oh.
of the one off of that. Bern, that is a 4. Do you wish to use lucky?
Yes.
It's still the same.
Bern uses lucky. That is a 19 plus what?
21.
21. Okay. Going around, Elsyan, even with your disadvantage, you're beginning to notice like some things which do stick out amongst all of this. Items which are particularly valuable that you note. And from previously hearing about this area, it makes sense that they'd be here. You look around and you begin to kind of work slowly. You see what looks to be in a small clump to one side 3 bars of adamantine. As you slowly but surely dig towards them, you otherwise chip away. It's very slowly and very surely, given your current athletic and tired nature. I would also like you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please, as you are performing strenuous work on a lack of sleep.
I'm fine. That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
I'm fine.
You're fine. You
Pissed off.
feel
Wanting to sleep.
you feel
I'm fine.
okay for now. You otherwise feel like you can keep working, but working for too much longer and you're going to end up collapsing.
Yeah.
You're going to suffer another
When Elsyan feels tired, he just drops his pick and finds somewhere to sit down.
Yeah. Okay. You continue to work, otherwise getting the 3 bars of adamantine as you otherwise take those.
I just realized I could just cast Greater Restoration on you and you'd be unexhausted.
Elsyan looks up at Sasha, left eye twitching. Fucking do it then.
Alright, slap. I'm taking the requisite 100 gold pieces of diamond dust out of my stuff. Chris,
Oh.
don't worry.
You place your hand on his back, you cast Greater Restoration. You do not lose the point of exhaustion.
What?
You feel,
Okay, now that-
as you cast Greater Restoration, your hand shimmers with this dark energy that shoots across your arm. Your hand recoils immediately, Sasha, and the diamonds and the spell slot are wasted.
Boom. Elsyan's mum gets a last laugh.
Here's a thought. Did anyone detect magic on me?
Well, I've got that perpetually up, haven't I?
You have. You look at Elsyan, there's no aura. This
Nothing there.
seems
That's
to be some
bullshit.
form of residual effect.
Also, that's some bull right there.
Okay.
Mm.
As you're looking
Hold
around...
on, actually.
Ooh.
This is quite important. Let me... Hmm.
What's
Yeah,
going to
no,
happen to me,
actually,
Dr.
if it was
Queglod?
the residual effect that we could do anything about. I'd like to attempt to cast Dispel Magic on this. I've no idea if it will work or not, but...
You extend your hand out, you cast a spell magic. Go ahead and roll me a d20 and add your charisma modifier to it, please.
Mm-hmm.
15. You cast a spell magic,
Yeah.
nothing seems to happen.
Can I do an Arcana check on myself?
Go ahead and do so with disadvantage, please.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you're exhausted.
Yes, I'm well aware. Fuck.
Nope. You think about it, the spell's ended. It shouldn't be in effect still. You otherwise kind of feel your hands, they feel tense and cold. Believe it to be the weather rather than any spell
Oh,
effect.
come on. If that's the case, the Great Restoration would have worked.
That's a
Fucking,
natural one.
it's fucking weather. Fucking pissing fucking cold.
So,
Interesting.
You
meanwhile...
know what? Just dig. I'll be miserable over here.
Okay. While you're investigating, Bern, you're looking around and you notice a few things that catch your eye. You look over to one side, and you see what looks to be, it looks relatively interesting from here, but you otherwise look over and you see what looks to be a crossbow and some ammunition otherwise embedded in the ice, otherwise frozen over in one portion of this, but it looks fairly structured and otherwise held up well compared to everything, and next to it seem to be a set of boots that similarly look interesting.
Start digging towards them.
You dig towards them, you otherwise pull free the crossbow. It's smaller than what the ice let out, but you see what looks to be a relatively or very well made hand crossbow, and it looks enchanted to some degree. As you pull the ammunition free, it hums with a light magical aura. There's a fair amount of bolts in here. A few of them have gotten stuck in the ice, but you can dig those out nice and easily if you need to. The boots, as you dig towards them, you pull them free. They're a beautiful kind of smooth leather boot with what looks to be these light white wings at the back.
White wings.
Looks like it, yeah.
Oh. I'll put them aside for now. In the pile which I need.
Queglod, as you're looking around, you see a few things which catch your attention. You see what looks to be two potions that are otherwise within what looks to be a basic potion case. The stoppers of the two kind of sticking up over the top. It will be a difficult excavation, but it's certainly possible to get to them. Or you kind of look around, you see a few other things. You see various things like bound books. One of which you see is immediately next to a symbol of a icon of the Raven Queen.
Okay, I'm going to focus on trying to get the books out, I think.
Okay. You dig towards them. You otherwise pull the books free. It's a beautiful book. Bound book. And you see that it's otherwise studded with various bits of jacinth. And as you otherwise turn the first page, you see that all of the pages are blank. You kind of flick through all of them, and there's no recollection of any information in it. And as you otherwise look down, you can see otherwise that's fallen free the ebony idol of the Raven Queen, sat there in the small trough in front of you. They're both beautifully made and well carved. They fetch quite a high price, and this sort of artifact would be highly sought after by collectors. Malcolm.
Okay. Do the books have any markings on them? Sorry.
They have just some basic pattern designs, nothing particularly of interest or worth that would otherwise dictate anything special. But they look, I mean, it's a blank book. They look worth quite a bit, but outside of that, nothing special.
Okay.
Okay. Malcolm, as you're otherwise digging around, you're going for more bulk, given the dragon side of you. You dig through the ice, digging up large scoops of gold and platinum, kind of moving them to side, from side to side. As you go through, your claws catch on a few things, as you otherwise find what looks to be a small alcove of ice, where you see frozen in place are a number of bars of gold and platinum. You scoop them out, otherwise with your claw, pulling them free and placing them in almost this large chunk on the top, as you continue to scoop out gold and platinum from the various places. Rook, what was your total again? 11. You otherwise go over to one particular piece, and you find what looks to be a few like icons of some form, or idols. And as you otherwise dig towards them, you pull out what looks to be a rather interesting, it's very intricate, but it's relatively small, a Chrysabel totem of what looks to be a small rat. It's an intricate work of art. It caught your attention. You thought it might be magical, but it just looks cool.
Are these the things that Bern was looking at ages ago? I had a fascination with these totems. Or idols.
Can't seem to remember.
No, fair.
So, you keep digging, looking around, finding various things. If anyone would like to continue doing so, please make me another investigation check.
I want to go look for that vine sword, which we saw the first time we came here.
Okay, you go over to where it is gone. The statue has been destroyed and the sword has been removed, along with all the others.
Okay, so 10 this time, and you didn't actually say what I was doing, really.
Oh, well, you were digging up gold, due to the low roll, you were digging up gold and platinum, so you otherwise doing that sort of thing. And Bern,
I will also be using Forge Storm to turn my attacks into fire damage at times.
Okay. Should I roll or did you roll?
Nice. I rolled, but I didn't know you were here, so I'll let you roll.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought you would disconnect still.
I should have just used the other one.
Perfect. There was a small chance of it happening, but it happened. Okay. As you're looking around, Bern, you are very entranced with this, with some of these interesting objects you found. You have the crossbow and you have the ammunition.
I guess I'll start appraising them.
Okay. You otherwise look over them. The crossbow, or the hand crossbow, is a +2 weapon, and you have 46 +3 bolts.
Oh.
As you otherwise prepare to look at the boots, you proceed to look over them. They look interesting. You begin to appraise them while everyone else is working. Okay, Elsyan, I assume you're resting for this?
Yeah, I was sat down on his ass doing nothing.
Rook, what did you get?
I got a 10.
Okay, looking around, you dig up more gold and platinum, otherwise preparing to kind of prepare for the day. I should probably roll for Nagriel as well. Oof. Yeah, he's just digging up gold and platinum. Actually, no, he'd be collecting bones, given the nature of it all. Yeah, Sasha, you otherwise help Nagriel and Rook digging up more gold and platinum. Queglod?
18 on investigation for me.
Okay, and Malcom?
22.
Okay. Queglod, as you're going around, you're seeing all this gold and platinum and these other things, and you kind of, as you're digging through, you're kind of using Eldritch Blast to kind of scatter bits and pieces. Not using Shatter, just in case you'll blow up anything valuable.
Not at the moment.
But as you otherwise fire one of the Eldritch Blasts and it kind of detonates, the ice chunks flicking away, you watch as something golden kind of moves past you and comes to a slide next to your foot. It's a rather intricate little ring. It looks relatively well made, and it does catch your attention. You look at it and kind of pick it up. It's what looks to be almost like this simple, almost copper ring with these very tiny studded emeralds that look like leaves around a connected vine that weaves through the outside of it. It's a very beautiful little ring. And Malcom, while you're digging, you see something in particular that does catch your attention. In the large central section that's been carved out, you see, not far below the ice, a tiny, tiny white object. And as you scoop down with your draconic claw, you peel up something small. And you place it on the surface and get a better look at it as you begin to crack it open, as a tiny pearl, intricately carved, rolls out.
Interesting.
Taking a large amount of time to go through and dig through all of this, you've made a good headway today, and there are a number of interesting things that you can see within the ice which do catch your attention. Kind of pieces of strange leather that give off a arcane reed. You see the potion bottles that are still stuck in the ice. You see a few more figurines, as well as quite a bit of gold and platinum that is still there. But you have gathered a large portion of it. Otherwise, sit down for a rest. You place the homestone down. The warm interior bubble kind of emanates outwards as you all attempt to rest. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Did Detect Magic come up with anything for the ring?
Yes. It gave off a very kind of weighty evocation magic. Also, spending some time to identify, I'll distribute to each of you the information on what you've gathered.
Okay.
Cool.
So yeah. Okay. So, for the stream, that is where we will end tonight. However, we will be continuing on with more of this next week. So, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we will see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.